Hello, ladies and gentlemen of the internet and of YouTube. Welcome back to Final Fantasy D6 Chronicles of Eno Campaign 2. I am your host and game master, Skajarmuz, otherwise known as Toneshift, as always. And with me today we have most of our players. Some of us are running a little late, and not all of us are in the Roll20 yet by the looks of it. We have Tom117Z playing Rosa Solwyn, our female Elvon Mithra Watcher.
My heart is still cracked, thank you, Aeon.
We have Mystic playing Aeon, our male Moogle Time Mage.
I make all the cries.
Yes. We have Hades Shadow 92 playing Cassandra, our female human Dragoon.
I'm Moogle is best Moogle, and nobody will ever say anything otherwise.
Indeed. We also have Ari playing Kayana, our female Taurofel Engineer, but she's running a little late. And we have Darkness playing Kunara, our female Lupin Warrior. He's presently AFK, but he should be back in just a little bit.
Actually, I'm here.
Oh, there you are. Hello.
Hello.
You
I just need to jump in.
Yeah, you
The
didn't.
DM doth lie.
Shut up.
I really
Anyways.
did come back as soon as you mentioned Ari.
All right. I mean, I was correct a few seconds before I said it, so yeah. Anyway.
Wow.
So, quick point of order before we get into today's session. This is one of those sessions where we wound up starting super late. Normally, we're supposed to start at like 2 o'clock my time. We're starting at 3:30 my time, so probably going to be a little bit on the shorter side this session, unfortunately. But what can you do? So, with that out of the way, let's go ahead and give a quick recap of the recent string of events. So, where last we left off, the Freebirds, having found themselves in the city of Windurst, in pursuit of a missing person by the name of Cilia, had become unintentionally entangled in a very complicated situation involving enchanted bracers that override the free will of those who wear them, a shadowy group trying to abduct people under the cover of a recent celebratory festival in order to sell them into slavery, cover-ups and bribes and criminal activity. The city watch and guard have gotten involved, and now so is the Navy, an abandoned fortress. It's all quite an elaborate chain of events. But, as matters stand, these nefarious kidnappers have been tracked down to a abandoned fortress in the far north, or not far north, but north of the city of Windurst, where it is believed their victims, the men and women they abducted for this trade deal, are still being held, and their business partner, hailing from the distant continent of Mistella, is said to make landfall in the near future. Plans were drawn up in conjunction with the City Watch and one of the naval ships that patrols the harbor around Windurst to box in this incoming distant foreign vessel and prevent the trade from going through, while your party would be tasked as being the ground force to go in once the fighting started in earnest, cut through the exterior defenses, get inside and liberate the hostages by whatever means you deem necessary. While these plans were being discussed, there was a very impromptu and sudden bout of emotional outpour and mental health breakthroughs that just sort of happened spontaneously, as some long-standing grudges between Aeon and the dragon of the party, Tyrmith, were finally addressed and started to be put to rest. But following that, the party boarded the Scorn Howler, a naval vessel in position around Windurst, and set sail to take up an ambush position near the abandoned fortress. The party tucked themselves away on the southern end of the fort, while the naval ship assumed a position on the northern side to await the arrival of the Mistellan merchant ship. And while lying in wait and just setting up camp for the night, there were a few little conversations that happened, including some that the rest of you are not aware of. But as dawn was starting to rise, the sun coming up into the sky and bathing the cool winter landscape in its slightly dulled tones. Again, a small, gentle dusting of snowflakes from the graying sky overhead. Off in the distance, made of brilliant reddened wood with silken sails and a depiction of a golden sphinx coming out of the front prow. You saw the merchant ship sailing in. And that was where we left off last time. So, Freebirds, you see the ship sailing in. What do you do?
I feel like we need a map.
Well, as a general reminder of the outline, because I can't show you the map quite yet, but as a general reminder of the layout that Tyrmith and Aeon saw on their scouting trip, there is no meaningful entrance on the northern side, as it all just gets absorbed into a rocky cliff face. But on the southern side, there are two towers that straddle what once upon a time was a gate, but it was since collapsed in, just meaning it has to be watched. They're a collection of tiny little juts of stone, small islands connected by wooden bridges that one would have to follow before they could reach what looks to be the main entrance into the interior of the fort. And across from those bridges is another tower on the northern side and another stretch of land where presumably archer positions could maybe be established to harry any invaders with arrows.
If I recall, weren't we splitting?
Yes, the plan, as I recall, had been to split the party into two sort of teams that would interact in the battlefield in different ways. Team 1 consisted of Rosa, Kunara, Kayana, and Fluffy, and would primarily focus on just cutting through the enemy forces through sheer force, while Team B consisted of Aeon, Cassandra, and Tyrmith, who, by way of Cassandra's jump ability, would go from one position to the next and take out the ranged enemies, if I'm recalling correctly.
I believe so.
All right. Good to know that my memory isn't totally shot.
Well then, Cassandra, our glorious leader, who is sneezing.
Tell it.
Do you want to just go in
Aeon was
immediately,
ta-
or do you want to wait first?
Let's. Again, I believe the plan was to wait for the boom booms before we went in.
Indeed.
I wasn't aware that she's been declared as the leader just yet.
Because Cassandra is the leader, she's awesome and badass and jumps good.
Still has much to prove
Right.
to me. However, if we're going along with this plan, I at least want you all to make a promise to me.
And what's that?
If at any point I should lose control of myself by any means, I would need you to immobilize me for your own safety.
Why would you do that? You never lost control.
What do you mean lose control of yourself, by the way? Do you just mean like lose your temper, or is there something going on you should probably have told us earlier?
It's definitely more of the motion side of things.
Yeah, well,
Although, I'm not sure how much time we have for all that. It's kind of a long story.
Well, it's one that we'll share at the end of it. Just try to take deep breaths. Now, we just wait for our ship to fire on theirs, drawing all the attention. And then once everybody's going, oh, hey, look, there's a ship. We will go and do our thing. So you three will go through the main gate and do what, and you'll do what you do best, Kanara, and hit things.
I thought it was 4, isn't Fluffy coming along?
Mm-hmm. Oh, 4. Yeah.
Don't forget the Fluffy. Fluffy's an important part of this team. Yes, see?
Okay.
Just sort of like preening your hair right now, Rosa.
Tickles. Never thought I'd see a chocobo printing a cat, but there you go. Okay. So,
Which reminds me, whether you understand me or not, Fluffy, I perhaps owe you as an apology as well. No harsh feelings towards me threatening you.
you mean when you wanted to eat her?
Yes.
Leave Fluffy, that is bad. Naughty. No, bad dog.
Kunara,
Watch your tongue.
Kunara, make for me a negotiation check.
Oh, I wasn't even finished before that.
Negotiation with a bird.
And I suppose as the only peace offering I could think of after all this. Cashew greens, if you like those. And she hasn't spoiled you with who knows what.
Cashew greens?
Yes. You did feed her cashew greens, right?
She's a chocobo, duh.
I'm just worried you might have spoiled her, but whatever.
I would never, ever spoil Fluffy. No.
I'm surprised Rosie hasn't spoiled Fluffy, but then she'd be a fat chocobo, wouldn't she, Koopa?
That's
Fluffy-
one way of putting it.
Fluffy is not a fat chocobo, and she will not get fat if someone hypothetically snuck a cashew pickles on the side.
How do you know she's not fat, Koopa? It's hard to tell with all the feathers.
Anyway, the results of the negotiation roll, please.
Yeah. Well, I'm just checking. Yeah, all I have is a 7. There's not really any bonuses in negotiation.
Yeah, you go in this sort of little apology speech at Fluffy, and Fluffy doesn't really seem to be registering any of it. Until you say the word Geishel Greens, at which point Fluffy just focuses on you for a second. And then Rosa says Geishel Pickles a second later, and Fluffy is focusing on her, and yeah. Fluffy is a chocobo. He is very smart, but he is still an animal. She, he, they, I don't know.
It.
Burp.
Bird.
I don't know, like, who fucking knows
point-
how that, who fucking knows what Fluffy identifies as? Fluffy could be in a German attack helicopter for all we know. He can't speak.
Anywho's.
It's almost like someone here actually, created them on a character sheet.
I know. Anyway.
I kind of take that as water under the bridge in some form.
Get through this, girl, and I'll give you all the Geishel pickles because you are best girl and deserve all of them.
Just sort of, like, Fluffy just, like, shakes her hindquarters a bit, and the tail feathers just go...
What was it?
Head of
What was
cashew
the
greens
for,
will-
hun?
I'm just imagining a salad with pickles. I don't know. It just doesn't. It doesn't sound good to me.
I thought you liked pickles.
I do like pickles, not on my salad.
Ugh.
Hey, have you ever tried Geishel pickles?
No.
The heck are cashew pickles?
They're pickles, but Geishel and chocobos love them.
But she's not a chocobo.
Fluffy is a
I mean,
chocobo.
are you, Kanaro?
Fluffy is a chocobo, and Fluffy loves them. And
Oh, I
know,
thought you were asking Kunara.
I was asking you if you have had Geishel pickles.
Oh, me! Oh, I don't know. Sandra, have I had pickles?
Geishel pickle? No. But you did have this weird craving when you were a kid.
I did?
Yeah. I found your head. I found you one night with your head in the pickle jar. Don't ask me how we got you out.
I'm curious how. I'm out of character. I'm curious how that works with the thing above my head.
That was just, like, sticking out. The side, you
Yeah,
know,
just
you're like folding it down like a blade of grass.
Now I'm just
guess.
imagining a pickle jar that's just filled with white and purple fluff.
Yes.
And just this muffled, indignant coming from inside.
Oh, it's like when the cats get their heads stuck in certain things they shouldn't.
Right?
Now I'm imagining Aeon,
That
you
would
know,
be Aeon.
ice cream tub. Aeon sticking his head
Oh
inside.
my god.
Like, Sandra, I can't see!
Honey, when did we get this white, purpley swirled ice cream? Goodbye!
Oh god, he changed worlds!
Oh,
Oh my god.
Anyway, so what's the ship doing?
Okay, it's still sailing and it's gonna take it a bit. Tom, I actually need you to roll me 2d6.
Oh no.
Oh yes.
Nothing can go wrong with this roll. It's actually a really good roll, 5 and a 6. So
5 and a 6.
11.
Okay. Alright, so, as you are all sort of waiting for the ship to come sailing in, after a moment, I would like everyone to roll awareness checks for me, please.
Oh no.
Okay.
And we all get an extra D6 just here.
Oh.
Indeed.
oh,
Nice.
we do.
What about Fluffy?
Oh, I grab another dice.
Fluffy's
Fluffy,
nature.
yeah, Fluffy improves nature, and only for
Oh,
Rosa.
okay, got it.
And only for Rosa.
Okay, so
I did something else for Tears that he gives us
15.
all awareness, because awareness is something we use a lot.
so 3d6.
Yes.
3D6.
Okay.
14.
I see all the things with my cat's little eyes.
How alert is Aeon today?
Do
Damn.
Mithras have... Here's a random question. Do Mithras have that third eyelid cats have?
No.
No. That's what I've
This
seen.
sounds so unconfident with that answer.
I mean, that's not what I've seen of. They seem to have no.
I don't know, it's
third
like
eye.
cats have 3 eyelids. So, you know.
The Mithra do not have that. That is creepy.
Honestly, that would be cool.
It would
That'd be a hybrid.
You just see Rose
He is
looking
a
at him
hybrid.
like...
She is a hybrid.
No,
Yeah.
You just see Rose look at you.
triple
Her
hybrid.
eyes are completely open. Yeah, just white film and just goes over the eyes.
no.
Opens up again.
If that was something the Mithra had, I would have had Mika do that at some point. No, that's not a
Now
thing.
here's the real question. Do Moogles have eyelids?
Technically, yes, they do have eyes. They're just really squinty. You pissed.
Also, I rolled. Go ahead.
Go. No, you go ahead.
I rolled 13.
Okay, and we need a roll from Kayana.
Okay, well, so what's her sheet though? Say.
You should have access to it. I'm pretty sure. Oh no,
I
you don't.
see no other sheet but mine.
Okay, hang on a second. I will let you. I can't
Well, I
actually.
need
I
it
can't
to know
actually
this.
let you look at it right now.
Just give us the number for the boat.
Okay, plus
yeah, I'm
4.
gonna need a number.
Kayana gets a plus
Alright.
4.
Oh, she's got a better roll than me. Dang it. Critical success and a 2.
Again, it's Kayana. What do we expect?
Critical success. Oh.
And
Yeah,
a
there's two
2.
sixes
So that is. Critical
Hey,
success and an extra 6, I guess.
Hey, Ari, you got a critical success and you're not even here.
That's 3 6s.
Damn. All right. So basically, everyone rolled higher than a 13.
Yeah.
Thank
I'm dead on 13.
Thank you, Tiermouth, I guess.
That's why I did it.
All right. So as
Well,
you're
I would
all
be happy with
so as you're all sort of lying in wait, suddenly Tiermouth perks his head up a little bit. It's like, wait, do you all hear that? And after listening for a second, you all catch on to it fairly quickly now that your attention's been drawn to it. Footsteps, soft and subtle, but approaching your location from the south.
From the south?
Yep,
Aren't we on the south side of the fortress?
you are. So it's coming from further south than where you are.
Movement. Although, what I see a bit more since.
Yeah, once you all hear it, you all turn to look, and after after a few seconds, you see the familiar form of Valmafra coming from around a nearby bend. 'Cause- 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 You guys actually spotted her coming up on you this time.
No, sneaky snake. Ah, we are
You
learning.
hear that sound, Joe?
Mm-hmm.
Rosa goes, oh, and just starts enthusiastically waving with her arms.
Valmafra just sort of silently motions like, stop.
She's good. Aw.
Rosa,
You're
this is
losing
the
your
time.
touch.
You spotted her, you suckle.
I am proud of you, but keep focus at the task at hand.
I
Remember,
am
and-
all the focus. Look, my eyes are going sharp, squinted, and everything.
Yes. Just stay close to me. This is a lot more dangerous than the other stuff we've been through.
It's at about that point that Valmafra is getting up to the group and talking distance.
So your forces are in position, I takes it?
They are, and my captain decided it would be for the best if I were to assist the ground operation.
Well, that
My-
would be helpful indeed.
My objective will be to provide ranged support and help you get inside. Once you're inside, I'm to keep the exterior locked down and make sure no one tries to make a break for it.
And while you secure the perimeter, we be handling the rest inside.
Indeed.
Maybe you can help Cassandra take down the archers. We're kind of doing this whole split off two-pronged thing.
I'm still a bit hesitant about that, but
What's the hesitant about it? We got 2 people and a dragon going up against a whole bunch of archers, which again, close range archers aren't all that
true.
Don't forget me.
exactly. I said 2 people. You
I'm
are
not
people.
a person.
You are people.
I would take offense at the archer comment, but you're not wrong.
Are you very good at close range combat, Rosa?
I am the squish.
Exactly. Once we get up to him, that bow isn't going to be a whole lot use other than a club.
I'd say I prefer my magic anyway.
Didn't want it that.
And I don't want to crack someone on the head with this thing. It's really nice.
Wait, no, she does have close combat, Sandra.
Hey!
Welcome! You missed getting triple sixes.
You got a critical success and you weren't even here.
Yeah. Had to have Darkness roll a skill check for you.
So how does it feel? Your first wall is 3 sixes. Technically.
Right now I'm getting annoyed, so
Because Discord is giving you trouble?
yes.
Okay. Well,
Deep breaths.
alright, so to get you...
And also I had an annoying day at work, so if I sound moody, I'm sorry.
It's all good.
It's
We
fine.
understand.
We have bad days.
Alright, so to get you
Been,
caught up on everything you've missed so far, the group pretty much have just been once again going over the battle plan, just making sure everyone is clear on what they need to do. And at about this point, as the enemy ship is coming in for its landing, Valmafra has joined the group out of, just sort of came up on y'all. Apparently the captain of the boat, the captain back in town rather, determined that she would be put to better use aiding the ground assault. Her objective will be to provide ranged support, and once you guys are inside the keep, she'll be locking down the perimeter and exterior to make sure no enemy tries to get away. So she'll be helping you all while you're on the exterior side of things, but after that...
We also determined that Rosa does not have a third eyelid.
We also determined that, yes. that absolutely necessary bit of world building was squared away.
Which I admire the fact that you are good at long range attacks, but I would also advise learning some form of close range combat. You can't always rely on it.
I'm a mage. I do magic and the glowy stuff.
Yeah. Hold on. Hi, what were you saying before Ari jumped in?
I don't know. I lost track.
Oh,
It was something along the lines of like, Cassandra Rosa has close combat. It was like,
Oh, I was gonna say that
The fluffy is her close combat.
the fluffy is the close combat.
You still need some form of independence of combat. And as for my worries of splitting off, I still vote that we stick together. Especially since we got some friendly fire, and I don't want you to get caught in it by accident.
Yeah, but if we kind of all stay down the middle, then we're gonna just get shot from everywhere.
Not all of us have ranged attacks, especially you and me. My fire breath doesn't go very far, and you, even if
I
you
have
go
a
with the bow, yes, but not quite as proficient at it as Rosa, I imagine. And where does that leave me?
That sounds almost like a challenge. But right now, we go along with the plan. Just
Go
be
along
careful on those
The
walls.
plan: leave the archers to the spear lady, the Moogle that makes meteors fall from the sky, and the Durgan.
Just be careful. Okay.
Scout's honor.
You're a scout.
Shush.
Anyway,
Yeah, just like pricks ahead to that. It's like,
so,
Join
so
the scouts, but my parents thought it was too adventurous.
all right. So, if I'm understanding your battle plan correctly, you're planning on dividing your group into 2 forces.
yeah,
Yeah.
some to tackle the forces on the wall, the rest, the ground.
Yep.
Very well.
One group goes in the main gate and picks the main forces, while me, Aeon, and Tyr head up to the towers and take out the archers.
And then we shall reconvene once
Yep.
the outside battle's over.
And I will hide behind the wolf lady and make sure no one dies.
Yes, you stay close.
Very well. I don't have the capacity to cover large vertical distances as a Dragoon, Dragon, or Moogle can, so I'll remain with the ground team.
Cool.
We
Oh, and also
appreciate
watch
the
out for
assistance.
stray meteors. Aeon tends to.
I was observing your fight with Tharm. I know what you're all capable of.
And I sure to make sure my shield's up in case one tries to hit me.
It's difficult to use a bow and a shield.
There's a reason why
What was that
I'm on the
noise?
shield.
Yeah, it's as you're sort of having this back and forth that you hear this low rumbling from somewhere
The
further up
attack's on the
ahead.
way.
Yep, and
Explosions, that's a thing.
yep. So
It's okay, Rosa. Be calm.
I am calm. Stop telling me to be calm.
And show me what you can do with that new bow.
Valmafra just sort of gives a little nod. I suppose that means it's time for us to begin then.
Yep.
Alrighty then. Tyr, Aeon, come on. We got archers to go play with.
Right. Tiamat sort of springs forward and arches his back, or like rather lowers his head to give Aeon a place to hop on if Aeon wants to mount up.
What do you say, hun? Will Aeon ride Tyr into battle? Hun.
That's like the cutest charge into battle ever.
Ye stick.
Honey.
Okay, sorry. I was getting messages from work. I'm sorry.
It's all good.
It's fine.
They cannot have you.
Honey, it's a little too late for me to close, so...
They still can't have you. No.
What was the question? I'm sorry.
Tiamat is wanting to know if you want to mount up. The cannons have opened fire. The fighting has begun.
This is so weird seeing, like, a Moogle on a dragon like it's a steed.
Yep.
Yes.
The cutest
Ride
team
Tyr
up
into
ever.
battle.
I grab my Moogle stick, hop on the dragon, and say, "To battle!"
Damn right. Then Tiamat's wings flare out, give a mighty flap, and he goes up. And with that,
Rest of you, with me.
Alright, everybody, have fun. Rosa, I want you back by midnight. Woo! And
I'm going on a
just
date.
runs.
all right,
Cassandra
so
just runs after the dragon.
all right, so
Take me back, crumble.
so you did so you did camp a little ways away from the keep to avoid being spotted by them. So it takes you a few minutes of hard running to get there. So by the time you arrive, I would like everyone to give me a second. I need to do a thing here 1, 2, 3. There's still
I don't
only
like
4.
when he does things.
There's still only 4 people in the roll 20, so I will roll 1d4. That's a
He
4.
does things. It usually means stuff, and stuff is bad.
Darkness, could you roll me your 2d6? No bonuses, please.
Okay.
Hello, darkness,
8.
sorrows,
8.
friend.
All right, so as you are making your way towards the entrance of the fort, you sort of cast your eyes ahead, and as you're sort of looking, you can actually see that the Mistellan merchant ship has actually pulled away from the keep, by the looks of it, and is currently in the process of trying to sail away, but you can see the Scorn Howler moving to intercept it. So that dice roll was to determine whether or not you would also be having to deal with that boat and its crew.
Ah.
But they're trying to make a run for it, but they won't let them escape, right?
All the plan.
As far as you can tell, that part of things is going to be handled off screen. The naval battle is just happening adjacent to yours. So with that in mind, as you see that naval battle starting to happen, you can sort of hear raised voices from the shore and the occasional loud boom, and you can see like this upburst of smoke as the occasional cannon blast strikes the outside of the fort, but not too close by the looks of it. But soon enough, it seems as though the fighting out in the harbor is becoming entirely focused between the 2 boats, leaving you guys without, basically meaning that this is just going to be an almost entirely ground battle for you guys. And with that, I will swap us to the battle map.
Hey, battle map. Battle map.
Go ahead, way down bottom left side of the map is where we will be starting.
Big fucking map.
It's the entire fucking dungeon. Yeah, it's big. So, you are approaching the entrance. You can see the 2 towers up ahead, the sort of wall that stands between them long since caved in and covered in old growths and shrooms. Let's see here. I am going to actually change these grass patches to snow patches to reflect the current weather.
That's where I am.
Because it is the winter time.
Also, Oz, would you be able to join us in roll 20?
Yeah, roll 20 is being a dick right now.
Oh.
It's all good.
It's loading slowly, and I want it to load, even though I'm using my hotspot.
Don't worry, sure we can take command of the toga before then.
All right, well, regardless, for the purposes of this, I'm going to go ahead and get us a turn order going.
So where's the foes?
From where you
Anyone up on the towers?
looking up, if there's anyone in the towers, your low angle means that they're a bit further back than what you can presently make out.
Why did it sound like you said, where's the phone?
Where's the phone? I'm in the middle of a war zone and I need to make a direct call to my cousin in Nigeria.
Dad, don't. Why Nigeria?
I don't know why that's the sense that popped into my head. It just is.
Sounds familiar. Well, I guess that's Scout's speed job to investigate.
Oh, we're pushing onwards towards the gate, I think, aren't we?
And now leading the way with the ground forces, I guess.
All right. So remember, we are on a turn order right now, so your movement speed is to be taken into consideration.
So yeah, says she moves about theirs and follow up by the others, I guess. Like,
All right.
definitely staying by Rosa.
All right.
We can double our movement speed if we're going to use an action.
Yep. Darkness, I'm going to let you have access to move around Kyanna's token.
Okie dokie, so she can get it about ears.
All right. And B team, Cassandra, Aeon.
What you doing? Are you scouting ahead or ahead of us or be right next to us?
Damn it, my mic was muted. Okay, sorry. So these towers here are the ones with the archers, right?
As far as you're aware, yes.
Okay. Then We
This
run.
one, read that.
We run up to them.
Ride! Ride, dear Myth, ride!
All right. So, Tiermith is going to go ahead and bring you about here with his movement range.
As they go flying over, I just gives them a happy thumbs up.
Oh, right. I guess, yeah. I didn't measure on this.
All right. So now I need to roll something.
Roll. Something.
All right. Good to know. All right. It is now Valmafra's turn. And true to her word, she will be sticking with the Kunara's team. And now it is to the enemies.
Well, since we didn't use our actions, did we?
I figured you were wanting to preserve those.
Well, I thought we were going to see whether anything came up and then choose whether to use an action or sprint.
Well, fair enough. In that case, you still don't quite have a visual on any enemies as of yet.
So can I use all her movement then?
All right. Another medium range for you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, another medium range for us. Well, now.
Fluff.
Yeah. That'll get us right at the base of the tower.
Rosa ain't going to move all the way up. Fluffy's going to move halfway between Kunara and Rosa. Fluffy.
Oh, in that case.
Rosa still had 0.1 movement, so she'll just move slightly further up, like there.
Oh,
Okay.
And Rosa is going to begin a slow cast of Protect.
oh,
Okay.
nice.
All right. All right. That'll go
So I
off at
have
the
a
start of your
question.
next turn.
Okay. Question, because I don't believe I've ever done anything like this. If I don't use up my action then to move, can I roll for awareness to see if I can see the enemy? Or
You can
no?
you can certainly try.
Okay. Let's see if I can see anyone. Or at least pick up on their scent or something.
All right, roll it.
Okay, so that would be 12, I believe?
12. Sniffing at the air, you can definitely detect the smell of recent habitation, and casting your eyes above the, at the tops of the two towers, you can, after a moment, see someone coming forward on the right-hand one.
Oh, like where
Sort-
the
sort of-
team is.
Yeah, sort of hearing the group's advance, he sort of comes moving forward, eyes widened, and he'll get a chance to respond when his turn begins.
B
that-
team, watch out.
But that
They're
does,
right by you.
but that does mark the end of your guys' turn. I'm pretty sure.
Kayana moving or do anything? Because Ari, you are in the rotunda. Yeah.
Well, I just did like a wall, so
Yeah.
I'm
Still
staying right by
loading.
Rosa.
Okay, Kayana is still loading, so so I guess we can assume for the moment that she'll hold her position.
I mean, you could ask her. She's right there.
Yep. So do you want me to move your token even further, or stay where she is? Your choice.
Please move her if she's anywhere in enemy range. Please move her, because right now.
Okay, so I'm guessing somewhere over here she'd be in range, or a bit more.
Why did I imagine Kayana just like dragging Kayana?
At this point in time, sure.
Pretty much, it's like, come on, we need to go. Your tiny little legs won't move fast enough.
I'm not awake yet.
And yeah, she'd be in perfect range, I guess. Putting up by Fluffy.
Okay. All right.
He's literally not awake at this point.
She's
So-
not awake.
I guess she's got a bodyguard.
Do not sleep on my chocobo.
He's gonna
All right.
try.
All right, so with that, it'll come to the enemy's turn.
Mm-hmm.
So, that archer up top is going to come up to the ramparts, look out, see your group all approaching before turning and bellowing back. Got a force on the southern side! Then he's going to reach up to his back, pull out a bow and arrow, and let's see here.
Now, does he see just Kunara's group, or does he see my group?
You're not like hugging the wall, so he spots you all too.
Me.
So what he is going to do,
Now, who is he aiming for?
he is going to... That's a good question. I think without necessarily knowing who's who yet, he's just going to pick a random target. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, well done.
Aim
1, 2,
for
3,
the wolf.
4, 5,
Aim
6.
for the wolf.
So there are a total
How
of
is it 40
6.
rolled
So
dice?
there are a total of 6 possible targets for him. He
Yeah,
rolled a
rolled a
6.
dice.
He rolled a 6. For some reason, he's deciding to shoot at Aeon, presumably because Aeon is the one riding the dragon.
Oh my god.
This guy's
I
a
am-
monster. He must die.
That's literally my first thought before you even rolled was like, why do I feel like I'm the danger here? I'm this like weird thing on a dragon. It's like that's the most dangerous thing. Kill it.
But there's a giant wolf laying with a sword. Rosa is casting magic.
All right. Well, anyway, as it is, he does hit you, Aeon.
Hey, do I get knocked off tier?
No. At present, Tier Myth just represents your ability to fly. Okay.
Okay. He is my wings. The thing I wish I had big wings.
All right. So that will be a total of 17 damage to Aeon, and I need to ungroup your 2 tokens.
Oh.
Sandra!
So an arrow comes shooting down and like just sort of like cuts across your cheek, Aeon. And because you're a Moogle, it's like actually a big deal to sort of flinch back a bit, and this tiny little spray of blood just sort of scatters across the ground next to you. It hurts.
No!
He's dead. 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 He's dead.
Suddenly, I'm not feeling apprehensive towards killing people. Murder him.
Why is that every older sibling who ever hurts the youngest is dead?
Exactly.
All right, so
As an
there are
older
things.
sister, I agree.
All right, and there are things happening where you can't see them.
Oh no.
First,
You know one thing, Kanala's ears just pricked to the direction of the sound. He did not like it.
Do not like sad Aeon. Sad Aeon is the worst, and so we must expunge the sad by expunging his life.
I'm dead.
All right, so there we go. That is enemy turn that has happened, largely where you guys can't see it. It is back to you. Rosa, your spell goes off.
Yep. Like,
all of us.
so I pull on all of the nearby nature from, like, the grass, any nearby trees, all of it flows into Rosa. She gives her bow a twirl, and all bunch of blue shields rise up around everyone.
All right, so everyone is granted the benefits of Protect. Is that for just 4 rounds or the whole fight? I forget what your ability says, because you were using the ability for that, yes?
It's 4 rounds. There's a limit ability that'll give it for the entire fight. But yeah.
Ah, okay. All right.
There's a limit ability that gives Shell and Protect for an entire fight. Yeah.
There we go.
All right, so
I don't have that.
So that was the. All right, there we go. Because the
you.
Protect spell only protects 1 target at a time. But regardless, yeah. If you were using the Protect spell, that only targets 1 target at a time.
Oh, it's not the Protect spell. It's a green wall.
Gotcha. Just wanted to double check and make sure about that.
It's an ability, not technically in my spell list.
Yeah, I just wanted to double check that that's what you were using.
Yeah, I don't have the actual Protect spell because it's kind of superfluous for me.
Yeah, indeed. All right, give me just a second. Still making everyone turn bleh.
That's
Albeit I can only use this, once per. But yeah,
I know what I'd be doing.
once per combat.
All right, and with that, everyone now has Protect.
Nice.
So with
And
that,
with that, I'm immediate. While the glow of nature is still flowing around her, seeing the shield go up, just missing the arrow, and Aeon getting shot, and crying out. She's going to redirect nature's energy towards Aeon and cast Cure. Group cast.
all right. What is the MP cost of Cure again?
MP cast of Cure is 7.
7. All right. Roll
So
your
that'll
healing.
be 16 plus 6.
How much
22, 20, 24 hit points back.
Nice.
All right, Aeon, you are basically back to full HP. pretty much the second this arrow cuts through your cheek, there's a sudden this little blue wind that rattles around you before a bunch of hexagonal blue sort of shapes form up this barrier around you, and then a swirl of green light around you, and the cut in your cheeks closes back up, and the pain goes away.
No, it's not hurting anymore.
I got my brothers back.
Yay!
I will point.
And now,
I will point out two things.
What?
One, paradigm shift, still the commando effect, so everyone's got a +1
To
Right.
okay. All right,
And
but real quick before that, Kanara, you just sort of hunch a little bit before letting out this sort of battle cry of sorts, this loud echoing wolf howl, and the sort of red energy just sort of washes off of you and swirls around those you currently consider to be your quote-unquote battle pack, the ones you're hunting alongside. And you all feel this exhilaration as your senses heighten, your pupils dilate, and you just all feel this brief tingle of primal sense as your prey becomes more focused and clear in your mind, and the way to get to them becomes sharper.
and she immediately sacrifices her movement to switch to a bow to shoot at the guy on the wall because she's not liking him right now.
Okay.
I mean, the archers are
I
supposed to be
did the
for us.
measurements. Kanara's a track of shades. What can you do?
All right, need an accuracy check.
And I think that hits. Let's see. D6 on her accuracy now because of the +1, so 13. Does that hit?
Absolutely, that hits.
Oh,
Damn.
now roll for damage.
So just as a reminder,
Your
this is a tier 1 bow, right?
Yeah, it is.
Okay,
For
so-
now.
So your dex plus 2d6 for damage then.
Yep. 8, which is in total 15.
15. All right. So you lift up your bow, draw back an arrow, sort of. It doesn't like do a lot of damage. It sort of like hits the guy like sort of halfway, sort of slicing through his shoulder. He sort of takes a step back. Damn. But otherwise he's not.
Aeon.
Yeah, but otherwise he's
And
all
she's
right.
flipping the bird at him.
All right.
Fluffy is moving up there, and Rosa, after healing Aeon, is ducking behind Kunara and then catching up with her burb.
Okay.
Cassandra sees the arrow from Kunara, and she's like, back off, Kunara, he's mine, and jumps.
All right. Cassandra enters jump mode, so I will give you a windy icon and then just sort of move you off the battle map until it's time for you to come back in a little further. All right, so
Don't
that is
get too carried away.
all right.
Just shouting
Aeon,
at her.
all right, Aeon, what you doing, bro?
Bruh.
Bruh,
Bruh.
bruh.
Um,
Now
got-
that you're all blue and glowy and surrounded by green sparkles.
Sparkly.
let's see. In a while since we battled. Oh goodness.
Indeed.
Was the archer the only thing that we could see at the moment, right?
At present, yes. Everything else is
You
covered or too far away.
You can have Tyr fly up there, see if there's anybody else up there.
And it should be noted that as of right now, Cassandra, you have a full view of the battlefield, but I'm not going to reveal that until you land.
I can see everything, but not really.
I can
So-
see clearly when my jump is good.
I can see clearly
I can see
now.
clearly now, cause I jump good.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Something like that.
I can see all these bitches in
Okay,
our
be
way.
careful.
All
we might be
right.
demonetized. We don't want to get demonetized.
Oh, like we
I don't-
would. We're not monetized in the first place.
The issue I have is if, you know, someone slits my throat, then I get restricted for shocking content.
Oh, come on.
It's happened.
Question mark.
It happened. Session 3's only gotten like 70 views at the time of posting this because it hasn't been promoted by the algo.
Yep.
I guess I'll do eject.
Okay.
Yeah.
Eject.
Oh, that guy's gonna go.
Are you gonna do that as a swift cast, or are you gonna hold on to that? Just do it
I'm
as
gonna
a
hold on to it.
Okay, so that'll go off at the start of your next turn.
Yep.
It is now to.
Jumps on, then he's gonna go.
Oh wait, no, hold on.
Hang on.
Still have
I have to
Kayana.
shoot. Yeah. So I was going to shoot with her, and I didn't mean to move her token a bit.
Are you in the roll 20, Ari?
Yeah, it's in there, but I'm in there, but it's just being a freaking dick.
So, you want me to roll for you, or no?
Please, honey.
Okay. Oh, where are you
Before I
done here?
throw my goddamn router out the window.
Oh, that's not a good idea. I don't recommend that.
Have you tried turning it off and back on again?
It's loading.
Okay.
What's Kayana doing before you roll?
Yeah, do you want me to move and then shoot, or shoot and...
Do you even have a visual on what's going on?
It's literally a black screen right now. I can't see.
Bottom left. You're probably on the. You might be on the battle map, but it's wrong
She
part
is
of it.
in range, but the question is, does she want to move where she can't see?
Yeah, Ari, you
You are-
might be on the battle map, but a lot of it is blacked out right now. It's on the very bottom left of the.
Yeah,
drag down.
scroll way down.
Yeah. In the corner left.
If this can, I swear to God, I'm gonna freaking throw this router.
Technical issues.
Matt, kind of fix it. I am trying.
Tell me this. Tell me this. Do you see a big square of blue now?
I found it now.
Okay, good.
Okay.
I found it.
Kai can see. It's a miracle.
Welcome back.
This router go any faster?
Her vision is not impaired.
Yeah, my vision already impaired in IRL. Okay.
I know your pain.
I have to wear glasses, and I want to get contacts.
That one I don't want to get contacts. I'm good with my glasses.
I think I look better with glasses, frankly, but anyway.
Yeah, I can see it now. Thank you, God. I'm not blind.
Okay.
No.
So what you gonna do?
Gonna do
Okay,
it come
okay.
for
Now
you.
that everything is loaded, because my freaking, even though my router is stupid, I have my hotspot.
Okay.
Let's hope this works.
Okay.
Oopsie. Oh.
Let's see if we can roll.
Please, Lord, I don't want to throw this dang phone nor the router. I don't want to do it.
Just Aeon humming along to the music.
This is how I channel my magic. I hum.
You see a Moogle dancing on top of a dragon, glowing with magic. And Archie's just like, what the hell is he doing?
Hey, on the Moogle.
I just see a
Moogle.
Moogle is just dancing on a dragon, like just like a little bit of float above the dragon's back, and just like doing spins and jumps and hops.
So what was that, Ari?
What do I need to do?
Well, what do you want to do? Do you want to shoot the archer? Do you want to move? You want to move? You want to do what?
Shooting the archer.
All right.
Shoot the archer.
Just as a reminder,
Oh,
you do
good,
have
good.
a handful of job abilities you can call on at certain points, so don't be afraid to reference those. Those
Okay.
those might be helpful in future, so when it's not your turn, go ahead and just read over those again so you have them fresh in your head. But for now, let's go ahead and do an attack roll, shall we? Need an accuracy check from you.
Okay.
And you
Usually
have
plus
a
one because
extra
of
plus
Kanara.
1 from Kanara's
Yeah.
ability.
So whatever your accuracy is, increase it by 1 for this next shot.
How you want to freaking load, idiot?
Or if the enemies talk shit, they get shot. Yep, you're in range. No worries.
Okay. No, I'm not gonna.
So your accuracy
Roll
at the moment
2d6
is a
plus,
+3.
plus
Plus
the
3.
accuracy.
2d6
Plus 3.
plus your accuracy plus 1, which would, yes,
Yeah,
that would be plus
plus
3.
So 2d6 plus 3, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Which I love how warrior just fits well with
6.
Kanara.
6. Unfortunately, that just misses.
Diana's still freaking tired.
Yeah, Kayana, Kayana, you lift up your gun, you point it at this guy, and he sees you pointing it at him. It's like, oh shit, and like ducks behind one of the ramparts just as you fire the shot. And there's just this chunk of stone that gets knocked off of the rampart, but unfortunately, he was behind cover when you did that, and it did not get hit.
Johnny, buy the fluffy, quick!
Lucky bastard.
Now it is to Valmafra.
Is Kayana moving?
Is Kayana moving?
Yeah, I'm gonna move her at this point.
I assume maybe taking cover behind Fluffy with Rosa.
Okay,
All
there
right,
you go.
there you go. All right.
I got her right there.
Okay.
Go ahead.
All right. Now it is to Valmafra.
I mean, the good thing about being a Lalafell behind a Chocobo is that you cannot be seen.
Valmafra is going to move right there. Let's see here.
I imagine she's a ranger.
Potentially. She is
He
going
shot someone
to.
on the bow, so earlier.
So she is going to whip out her bow, point it at this fucker, and
Shoot him.
that is going to be a 14 to hit.
That hits.
Absolutely. Damn. All right, so as she's pulls back her bow and fires the shot, it hits very true and sort of gets this guy like off to one side of his chest, or like right below his clavicle. Like you imagine she probably punctured a lung with that shot, and the guy takes a few staggering steps back. And you discern from that Valmafra hits like a fucking truck.
Of course she does.
Is she higher level than us?
Something to that effect. She has been doing this a lot longer than you guys have, so.
Makes sense.
I know then.
All right, now it is to the enemy's turn. This archer, recognizing that he's kind of getting ganked right now, is going to withdraw out of sight.
Oh boy.
Let's see here.
Everyone
Let's
help you. The Moogle has your scent.
So does Kayana.
All right. He does something you guys can't see because he's out of your line of sight, and some other things are going to happen. Let's see here. Okay, that's probably good enough for now. So now it is back to you all. That is one turn ticked off from your protections.
Yeah. Also,
And
Cassandra lands
and
right
your
there.
and Cassandra, your dragoon jump lands, and here in a second, I will reveal the entirety of the exterior because you got a good eyeful of that while you were up in the air.
Would that mean you know where he's running to?
Yeah, she would.
Ah. Land on him.
Yes. Show me where he is. Show me where he is.
All right, so give me just a second here. Got a lot to cover. So, you are given a full view of the exterior, and it's going to take me a second to draw because it's kind of a wonky-ass shape.
I just imagine this guy with the arrow in him just out of breath from the internal bleeding. The next thing you know, shadow looms over. Oh no.
Well, next thing he knows, a lady with a spear drops
Landed
on him.
upon. Yeah.
Ooh, that's a lot of them.
Oh boy.
Oh, yeah. Drop me right there on him.
All right, so Cassandra, as you are coming down, you notice that this guy was in the process of chugging a potion, and you're like, no.
No.
And you come right down on him. I do believe you still have to make an attack roll. So
I do need to make an attack roll. But
Hit,
I have
hit, hit.
extra
I believe
accuracy.
in you.
13.
Yes.
Yep, that hits.
You did a Canara 13. Well done.
His power is 10. So that is plus 10. 50.
All right, so. All right, so as you come down next to this guy, he looks up just in time for your lance to come sort of like spear him in the arm opposite side of where Valmafra shot him. There's a sort of gouge of blood that as he takes a staggering step back before you sort of withdraw the spear, kick off from him, do a little spin twirl in the air, and land right in front of him.
And then I go in for another one.
Well, first, he's going to go flying.
Oh yeah, eject goes off.
Eject!
Goodbye.
Okay. So, first of all, what does the
Yeah,
MP cost on
Scooby-Doo.
eject?
15.
Okay, so that is 15 MP. Remind me, does this require an opposed check?
I will
Target and caster make an opposed force check.
Yeah.
All right. I need you to roll force for me then.
Okay.
You can do it. Force in pain.
He's an archer. He shouldn't have that much force. I imagine it's more in finesse.
Okay.
Come on, honey. I believe in you.
The force is strong in this one.
Cashew.
Cashews.
Yuck. Lollipops. You're supposed to say lollipops. Of course.
7. Oh no.
Tell me he rolled worse than that.
Unfortunately, he rolled very good, so.
For love of God.
So Aeon, you kind of lose sight of this guy as he goes running back, and you like try to fire off the spell regardless, hoping that maybe you'll get lucky and catch him. And Cassandra, from your point of view, you see like the sort of swirl of energy like right at this guy's left foot after you kick off from him. He looks down and like staggers back just in time for the familiar upward of pinkish energy reminiscent of Aeon's eject spell, but unfortunately it hits nothing.
But don't worry. Big Sis is here to make things better. I will stab him.
That hits.
$17.
17. All right, so you bring your weapon around with this big old twirl and just jab it into this guy's, into like his gut, and he sort of takes a step back before sort of shoving you off of him. He's looking pretty rough.
Well, yeah.
Fluffy has
Come
made a
on.
movement into the gap.
Come on over and join me, honey.
Okay.
All right.
Realizing that the foes are being taken care of up there, Kanara will switch back to a sword and shield and move up with Rosa.
All
Let's
right.
go, Tyr. Let's go see Sandra.
All right. And Tiamat gives a few flaps of his wings and manages to get you to about here with his movement. Right up on top at the other side of the tower from the Archer and Cassandra. So, but that's as far as Tiamat can get with his movement at present. So is there anything you wish to do at present, Aeon, or are you just gonna...
Oh.
Yeah. That was just movement. You still have other things you can do. You still have a standard action. Or you can start a slow action, whichever.
You said this guy was close to death?
He's pretty rough. He's under half.
He's under half, okay.
Remind me, a long range is 3 medium ranges, yes?
Yes, that is generally how I've ruled it.
Here's a question.
He's just in my range.
If Aeon were to do meteorite, how many would he hit?
I mean, there is now more enemies.
I
Is it
mean-
just anybody he can see, or is it a certain range?
Just says all enemies, though. That's the thing.
Give me
That's
Give me just a second to double check a thing on that, and I'll get back to you.
yeah.
So it
Okay.
says all
I mean,
enemies.
that's what I know of. Even though I'm not exactly sure if Aeon could see these ones way over there.
That black mage is just barely within my range by 0.2 that I can't get the guy behind him. He's the only guy I can
This
think I
guy
can see.
maybe.
I'm trying to find the rules on range increments. Come on, fucking range increments. Okay.
If there is any. I would imagine there should be.
Yeah, there is rulings on it. Okay, and
thought it'd be
finally,
line of sight.
magic. All magic has a medium range unless noted differently. So the way I'll rule this is that you'd be able to center the spell. Pretty much, I'll say you can hit any of those 3.
The archers and
Yeah,
the
so
swordsmen
pretty
down
much
below.
line of sight then.
Yeah.
Works for me. We'll do meteor.
All right, meteorite. Swift cast or slow action?
We're gonna do swift cast for this one.
All right, MP cost, please.
8.
All right, you're down to 9 MP. And
I'm not gonna miss this time.
of course not. Roll your damage.
We should definitely say this is better ruling. Line of sight makes sense.
Yeah, well,
Oh my gosh.
Because how can one hit enemy if
Oh,
they cannot see?
Indeed.
excavations.
38 damage to them all.
Ooh, painful.
Indeed.
But yeah, this archer's dead.
He's definitely feeling. He's either dead or knocked out cold. One of the two.
Ouch. All right, So, Aeon, as you sort of look at this archer that's sort of dueling with Cassandra, you're like, Koopa, I was supposed to lunch you! You thrust your Moogle wand up into the air, and overhead, there's the little rip in the space-time continuum suddenly rips open, and this swirl of flaming chunks of hard candy about the size of Cassandra's head comes swirling out, 3 of them in total. And the archer looks up as the first one just blasts him in the chest and sends him flying off the tower to just sort of become a puddle back there somewhere.
Wow, I'm glad Rosa didn't see that.
Splat.
And the other two purple hard candy flaming meteorites sort of smash down at the base of the tower on its other side into the 2 swordsmen, Cassandra, that you had seen charging the base. So, yeah.
Well, Aeon's got a kill now.
Yeah, so
Good
job,
I'm pretty sure.
You're the first one in our party to get a kill.
Second.
I've committed murder.
I was under the impression Aeon had already killed something.
I mean,
Well,
humanoid.
first person.
Not animals.
Yeah.
I've killed creatures, but not, a living, breathing, sapient human being.
Yep. So that's the second humanoid who's dead in this party.
Speaking of, remind me, anything for my range, anything longer than
a long range has a massive penalty, doesn't it?
Yeah, when using a ranged weapon, you can shoot at anything within a long range, but if it's further away than a medium range, you'll suffer a
Minus
negative, I believe, a -4 penalty to your accuracy.
Yeah, it
Oh.
was 4.
Oh, okay. So this will be -4, so -1 in all, because I have a +3 thanks to Wolverine and
Mm-hmm.
Paradigm Shift. So Rosa, given that right now I'm pretty sure from her position she can only see the guys well up ahead. Yeah, she there's a wall noise, so she won't be able to see these guys. She can see those three up here.
Can I shoot the black mage?
Yeah, she'll see the black mage. What does he look like?
Human male, and you can kind of tell he's a black mage just because of like the sort of a blue accents to his robes and the pointy yellow hat. But other than that, he's definitely still sort of decked out in the sort of padded leathers and ramshackle appearance of the rest of these bozos.
Rosa's gonna clock the mage, be like, "Oh, magic's bad. I should know. I'm a mage," and is going to take out an arrow, bring it back, and take a shot at the black mage.
All right, accuracy check, incur the penalty.
So just change that to 1. That is an 8 to hit.
All right,
Does that hit?
that hits.
Nice. Is that just hit, or is that over, or what?
It's just a
I
little
get the sense
over.
of-
It's just a little over.
All right.
You get the impression that all of these guys probably have similar, if not identical, avoidance scores.
So their avoidance score is at least 8. Sure. Damage. That's max damage. Nice. Which is currently 6, 12, 32 points of damage.
Nice. So you pull back an arrow, let it loose. There's this whistle through the air as the arrow flies and flies, and it sort of strikes this berobed black mage guy in the knee, and he sort of crumples down to one knee. Shit! They've got an archer!
Multiple, actually, but
I think they know I'm here.
Meh.
Very nice shot, Rosa.
All right, so that is Cassandra, that is Aeon, that is Rosa. We still have Kunara and Kayana to do.
Yeah, I've been doing the measurements and just out of range of this guy, I believe. We'll double check
As I recall, you were like further to like back here a moment ago, weren't you?
I swapped out weapons and I moved up as close as I can to Rosa to the range.
Okay,
and
so
that's
that's
how far
okay.
she
So
can
that
go.
means that using your you would have needed to use a movement or standard action to swap out your
Yeah.
weapon, leaving you with only one movement action left.
Yep. So I couldn't make it exactly all the way to them, so that's how far I could go.
All right, that just leaves Kayana. Kayana, what you
So-
doing there?
Well, I can move still, because that was last turn. So, since I'm out of range of this guy, I just move a bit closer to Rosa.
All right.
Because last turn I moved there.
Oh.
Yeah. So go ahead.
All right. It is Kayana's turn.
Harry has muted himself and is typing something.
Oh no.
Everyone in the room.
Oh, I think it means everyone's in her room, maybe.
Oh,
Yeah.
I guess. All right.
yeah,
So-
shite.
What is privacy?
Right.
There's none.
Hmm. I know that feeling. I don't even have a door for my one.
Doesn't sound healthy.
Yep.
Mm. Okay, Kayana's gonna have to be silent for the time being because people are in Ari's room, so just gonna have to rely on typed messages, frustratingly.
Okay, so I would imagine she wanted to move up here a bit. So
Well, Ari can type. So Ari, what are you doing? Just tell us and type.
if she can.
Can type it in Discord or Roll20, whichever is your preference.
on that. I shall do measurements.
All right.
Okay. Some needs to move about a bit, but she could move about there if she wanted to move. Squeeze on past.
If Kyanna were to move there, she'd like be just full body pressing up against the tower to fit, but could be
Yeah,
done.
so imagine that probably Fluffy would move because she hasn't moved yet. That would be cool. Just to give her a bit more airspace.
I suppose. All right.
I think he would also be in range of one of these guys. Maybe. Yeah.
Don't think anybody's in range.
No,
for your
Fluffy
shot.
could be.
Plus,
That's
there's shit in the
that's
way.
if Rosa wants Fluffy to engage.
I mean, actually, Rosa can take a shot at that black mage. Not Rosa. I can take a shot at that black mage like Rosa did.
Could.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the
Negative
penalty, but-
4, but
Okay.
-1 penalty and all. But yes.
Okay. All right, so yeah, Kyanna, you could make a shot at the black mage, though it would be with a -1 penalty due to the distance.
alright. -1.
All right, so Kyanna, go ahead and roll that.
Mm-hmm.
Your 2d6 -1.
Is she rolling or I'm rolling?
Pretty sure she is. She's still at her computer. Her room just has people in it.
Okay.
And so unless instructed otherwise, assume she can roll her own damn dice.
Okie dokie. I'm sure she'll let us know if she can't roll.
Indeed. I wish that people would leave people alone when they're playing D&D.
Yep.
It cannot happen.
I mean, heck, I wish I have enough money going in so I can have my own place. But, what can you do?
What can you do?
You can complain about it to the manager.
To the manager.
That's my mother.
Just typing
We work
in the Discord.
together.
It's a -1.
It's a
Yeah,
-1.
it's going to be a
so
-1 due to the distance.
It'd be just your +2 accuracy. I guess it's...
No, that'll hit.
Only for the -1 bit, but
Let's see here. Yeah,
Oh, she
That'd
did
be
+2
12.
-1 by accident. But yeah.
yeah, that'd be 12.
But still being like 9 without the 2.
Yeah.
which would hit.
Okay.
All right.
So
2d roll 2d6 and add your dex for damage there, Kai.
So if an 8 hits, a 9 would 2.
So just to clarify, it's a -1, not a -4. That distance.
No, it would, the debuff is a -4, but she had a +3. So that
So it
by
balances
maths,
out.
that comes to -1 to the roll.
I see.
So ultimately it was a 9. But that hits.
9.
Okay. That's good. Now it's time for damage.
Yes, it is.
I need that damage. Everyone is loud. What's her dex? Skijanimus?
Just need to know
Kai's
the dex.
dex. Kai's dex is 7.
Okay.
So 7 plus 2d6.
So 2d6 plus 7.
Is she still rolling, or what
Yes.
about?
Yep.
There's
Okay.
18.
Ooh,
Almost
18.
18.
Nice. Good damage up it. All right, so
Mages don't typically have a lot of health, so that may be a death shot.
all right, so Kayana, as you're sort of moving ahead and getting squeezed in between this tower and the huddled bodies of Rosa, Fluffy, and the advancing Kunara, you look ahead and you see this black mage that Rosa had shot just a second ago. You see him picking himself back up after sort of like ripping the arrow out of his knee and cauterizing the wound with a channeled fire. And you're like, I don't think so. You point your gun and you just shoot right at that knee. And the bullet blasts through his hand and into his knee and out the back with this little... And he's like, son of a bitch!
Oh. Yeah, he's
Would
gonna
it
be
kill
hopping.
you to leave my knee alone?
No.
And somewhere in the afterlife, Mika's like, sounds like a sentence I should have said once. Anyway.
Do not use my name in vain. I'm still alive.
Well,
my
it appears it's not
goodness.
just Rosa that knows how to shoot for the knee.
Okay, so I
he's not
believe
dead?
he's not dead,
Rosa
but
is
he is.
not shooting for the knee. That would be weird and incestuous.
I mean, she shot the dummy in the knee, in the heart.
Was that a deliberate decision on your part when you were commissioning that?
I mean, as I said, she would have probably aimed for the leg, and the fact the artist put it on the knee, I'm like, okay.
I will accept this. This is perfect.
He just had Rosa aim for the non-vitals because that's more of a Rosa thing to do.
Yeah.
Well, at any rate,
aims
with
for the
that,
shoulder.
it is. I do believe it is Valmafra's turn. So Valmafra, I should probably just mark that this asshole is dead while I'm thinking about it. Boof. All right, Valmafra is going to. She is going to survey the landscape, and after a second, she is going to give a little nod, and then she's going to make an athletics check to climb up this pile of rubble to get up onto the wall. And unfortunately, she rolled like crap. So she moves forward to do so, sort of hops up, scrambles for a second, and then lets out this huff of irritation as she realizes it's not actually viable. Hops back down and uses what remains of her movement to just park herself here. But unfortunately, that's going to be all of Valmafra's turn.
Alright. To the enemies.
Yep. So that archer is dead as a doornail, but there are currently 2 swordsmen advancing on your position who are going
Oh
to.
boy, and they're going to go right into Fluffy. That's not going to go well.
Yeah, how'd
Indeed.
they enjoy that meteor?
They definitely took a pounding from that, but they're still standing. So they're gonna get up to Fluffy. They're going to glare angrily at Fluffy, and this creates a conundrum because by the rules as written, animal companions, typically speaking, cannot be harmed in combat situations. Fluffy constitutes as an animal companion, so with the rules as written, Fluffy just forms an impenetrable barrier. But that also doesn't necessarily make a whole lot of sense. So what I'm going to do...
there's nothing
So
that
it's
says they
just
can't
broken.
shove. No, there's nothing that says they can't shove the chocobo out the bloody way.
That's true. So what
Yeah.
I'm going to do is I am going to have the first one make a opposed force check against your force, Rosa, as your stat standard for
Alright.
Fluffy's, to try and intimidate Fluffy into withdrawing.
Good luck with that.
So she hits like a truck, and she's invincible to a certain degree.
They
Blimey.
cannot be killed in combat as part of the ability, but there's nothing that says they can't do anything else against her that doesn't do damage.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Or not,
couldn't
or
it be
like
like
injure.
something like in Fallout when dog meat takes damage, he doesn't actually go down, he's just like somewhat injured. He's not dead.
Well, it's Fallout 4's dog meat.
Alright, so 6, 7, 8, 9 plus 10, 11.
11. Yeah, no chance. The guy sort of like waves his sword at Fluffy. He's like, get out of the way, you stupid bird! And Fluffy's just is unintimidated.
What about the other one?
The other swordsmen used about half of his movement to get to where he is. He's going to try to do the same thing Valmafra did and try to climb up the rubble with what little remains of his movement, which means he needs an athletics check. I'll just use his force to stand in for that. Same thing. He's like, no, I ain't claiming that. And so instead, he'll just... they're both just going to assume a defensive stance to effectively form a small shield wall. A phalanx of sorts to try and keep you guys pinned here.
How adorable. Fluffy, break down the wall.
All right, now.
Wow.
So, those two can't do shit. This archer over here, he is going to see that Aeon is terrifying. And that Aeon unleashed this. Yeah, he's going to recognize that. Yeah, he's going to
dragon.
He recognized that Aeon is the one who fired off those meteors, and so he is going to sort of kneel down slightly, get himself onto one leg, and he is going to use aim, initiating a slow action. To attack Aeon. So that will go off at the start of his next turn. See here. This black mage is going to determine that his current position is not advantageous since he is not close enough to cast spells. So he is going to jump back here onto that bridge where he is out of sight because that stone platform rises fairly high up above the bridge. That's why it has the black outline to indicate a wall.
Right.
And this swordsman is just going to stick with him for the time being. And these other two archers are just going to stay hunkered where they are because they are not close enough to shoot you guys.
Neat.
All right, and with that, it brings us all back to the party. Were there any slow actions in progress? I don't think there were.
No.
No, but Fluffy is unimpressed with the intimidation attempt and is just going to step on the guy.
All right.
I was going to say, could she, like, kick this guy in the water?
Right.
For a swim.
She's gonna go for it, yeah.
All right, so as a reminder, this guy
Ram
is
him.
guarding, so he'll take half damage, I'm pretty sure.
That's fine. It still just hits anyways, once per combat thing. Which is currently 50 plus 2d6. Be halved, but yeah. Good for him, it's halved.
Yep. Ram him into the water.
8, so 58, 25, 29 points of damage.
All right, so is that mitigated by armor or no?
Yeah, armor damage.
All right, so you said 29?
Yep.
All right, that becomes 27. All right, so Fluffy lets out this little low, threatening hiss, lifts up a leg and drives it at the swordsman, but he has a shield up and he sort of absorbs the brunt of it, but he still slides back a bit. And he looks at his shield and it's like indented in, and you can tell that his wrist is like being bent at a weird angle because of that. So like he blocked the worst of it, of a kick that otherwise would have killed him, but it broke his wrist to do it.
My wrist!
Yep.
And he's in a world of, about to be in a world of hurt because Kanara's coming up to him.
All right, you're gonna have to. You're gonna have a hard time getting to him because there isn't enough space to maneuver through the wall of people.
Yeah, that's why I was
And
thinking that he
Fluffy-
get pushed.
Kind of, claws and wings just kind of clamber up slightly out of the way.
Sure. Make an athletics check for Fluffy,
Alright.
and I'll let Fluffy get a +2 to that simply on the grounds that Fluffy has bigger legs and is taller than the rest of you, so it would be easier for her.
Alright, that's pretty good. So 11, 12, 13, 14.
All right.
That works.
The DC required was a 12 because this is a pretty treacherous rubble, but all the same, Fluffy manages to scamper up to a stable position right about there.
So
Which-
where is... Yeah.
All right, Kanara, you're advancing.
Going in.
Ooh,
Roll that attack.
That's a high wall. That's a 15.
A 15 certainly hits.
Yeah.
You got tier 2 sword, don't you?
No, it's tier 1.
I say Rose is the only one with a tier 2 weapon.
Yep. Yeah, we didn't go into that expense yet.
Nope.
Probably
After
after
this.
this dungeon, though, we would. Should get a nice little bounty after this.
Imagine all of us are probably gonna get a weapon upgrade after this shit.
Okay.
You'll start
I
to
got
get them more
lollipop
frequent.
staff.
You'll start to get them more frequently. That's for sure.
lollipop staff. No, hun, that's just Aeon's weapon. The next weapon is just a lollipop.
Bonk.
It's a
That's-
magically enchanted lollipop.
Concealed arcane Gemini.
Hmm.
Because no
That
one
is
expects
cool.
the lollipop.
I mean, it would get them away. They wouldn't think that it's a weapon.
You got a point.
That is 14 damage, and as much as I want to try and knock this guy into the water, that would require knockback, which can
That would be like its own attempt at a separate action that wouldn't do damage. So
Yeah, so just 14
all right,
damage to this guy here.
all right. Because he's
that's-
guarding, that gets reduced down to 5 in total, when also combined with his armor score.
So he takes no damage then.
He takes 5 points as you bring your great sword around after sort of charging forward, and he sort of catches it still with his now bent out of shape buckler and sort of shoves it off to the side with his sword as well. All right, so that was pretty much okay. So that's Kunara. Rosa's already taken a standard action to command Fluffy. Rosa still has movement if Rosa wants to move or
Can't
just
really
stay.
go anywhere.
Rosa. Can't really shoot over them because the black mage is hiding. They're all up there. Rosa is going to attempt to clamber up next to Fluffy.
All right, athletics check for Rosa.
Just with +1 this time. Not 2.
I would
Channel
have
your
thought you'd be able to
inner
shoot this guy, because...
The DC's 12, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I get 11, so no.
Yeah, you try and you make decent progress with your sort of lithe and athletic form, but unfortunately some of the gaps are just a bit too big for you to reliably do so without leaving yourself too terribly open, so eventually you have to relent and you just kind of assume a position here sort of tucked up into that little crevice.
Yeah. Okay, so with that failure in mind, I literally gonna need to roll a bloody 5 and a 6 to succeed that.
And that's Rosa. All right,
Is that my
Kayana.
action? Do that?
Yeah. Your action was to command Fluffy to kick the dude, so...
Oh yeah, that was his turn. Yes.
All right, so that is Rosa's turn. Kayana, we'll leave Kayana for last because of microphone difficulties, so Cassandra and Aeon, you two are up.
How's it? Han,
Hmm.
I got an idea.
Okay. What you got?
Does Aeon has stasis strike?
Yes, I do.
Okay, first things first. Han, use movement to come over to me.
Okay. Oh jeez. Why is it doing this?
Other way, honey.
I'm trying. It's going the opposite way. Okay, well, go this way.
That's weird.
Okay, I don't know why I was doing that. Hi.
Okay. What is it? Aeon,
Yes, Sandra.
using her movement action, because she doesn't need it because she's going to jump in a second, gives Aeon an ether.
Yee! Takes it.
I say, take your juice, and while
That'll be 8
I'm gonna
MP.
jump over there, and while I'm at it, I think this guy deserves a timeout, don't you think?
Which one are we aiming for?
The archer over there.
Over there? Okay. Alright.
Does it? Because stasis strike does not specify any kind of range.
Now, does me drinking the potion count as an action?
No, because Cassandra
Yeah.
was the one who used it on you.
Got it. Okay, so chug.
Also, Cassandra is a jumping.
All right,
Over there.
Cassandra goes jumping, so I'll just park your ass in here somewhere.
Into the void.
I says, have your juice. He needs a timeout. I'll be right back.
Blue raspberry.
Blue raspberry.
Blue raspberry flavored ether. Will wonders never cease. All right. I need to remember what the fuck Stasis Strike does.
Stasis Strike. By taking a standard action and making a successful opposed force roll once per session, you can transport one per opponent into the vacuous space outside of time. The chosen enemy becomes untargetable, immune to all damage and effects, and afflicted by stun, even if they're normally be immune to this effect, and also removed from combat for 1 turn. At the end of the time mage's next turn, the monster staggers back into reality, ending the effect and automatically inflicting them with the confused status.
Okay.
Enemies who have been sent a large amount of time into the void or farplane are generally immune to this effect.
All right.
So Han does Enforce Force. If it works, he goes poof for 1 turn.
Yes.
So
let's
that's
just
slow
fucking
action.
do this again.
You can do it, honey. He's aiming at you. He's gonna hit you if he doesn't. Come on, honey. Come on,
Okay,
honey. Come on,
so-
honey. Come on, honey. Force.
All right, stasis strikes. I gotta do an opposed force check.
Yes. Come
Yes,
on,
you do.
honey. Come on, honey. Yes. Come on,
Okay.
do it. You can do it. You can do it.
The love of
10.
God.
But it's still good. He may roll like shit.
He got a 9. You
Oh
succeed.
my God.
It works.
So, would you like to describe to me, Aeon, how this guy gets punted into a vacuous space outside of time, and describe to me this vacuous space? Where does he go, and how does he go there?
Can I send him into a void of cotton candy where he's just pelted by? Let me see. Just because we brought it up, we're gonna just have him being pelted by jelly beans constantly.
Okay. All right,
His
so...
entire life.
Okay, so as this archer is drawing his arrow back to shoot at you, he quirks an eyebrow as he just hears a sort of noise behind him, and he looks back, and like the pink sludge of Majin Buu absorbing Gohan, this just this flat plane of cotton candy just wraps around him, and he's like, "What the?" As it just sort of constricts around him for a second before, like the boot in Harry Potter, just there's a little pressurized wave as air flies back into the space this man used to occupy, and then pushes back out, kicking up a little cloud of dust, and goodbye.
And he is gone until the end of Aeon's next turn.
I thought it was the start of Aeon's next turn.
But now he's just in a realm of cotton candy being pelted by jelly beans constantly.
Yeah.
Forever
Yeah,
alone in the cotton
he'll be
candy
back.
void. of
He'll be back
jelly
at the beginning of our next turn.
All right. All right, that is Aeon's go. That is Cassandra's go.
No, it's just Kai.
It's just Kai left.
Just imagine Tyr saying, "Where'd you send him?" Everyone's dream.
Yeah. Where'd you send him?
Everyone's dream to be.
Meanwhile,
So he's being hugged by Cassandra?
Allergic to jelly beans.
It's over.
would you like a jelly bean?
No.
Would you like a jelly baby? Anyway. Ari, do you have quietness again?
Yes.
Yay!
Yay! You go pew pew?
Yes.
All right. Who are you shooting? You unfortunately no longer have line of sight on the black mage, so you can't shoot him.
Damn it.
Now, you could shoot either of these swordsmen. You do have other things you could potentially do, though. I went ahead and relocated the invent properties document for your invent innate ability. If you want to do anything with that, I moved it into the same folder as your character sheet if you want to look it over.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, yes. The invent.
Okay. Mm. Yeah, I'm just gonna go shoot it.
All right. I'm going to shoot one of the swordsmen. I assume the one who's got a broken wrist.
Yes.
All right.
It is not a good idea to stop a chocobo kick with your bare hand.
And he didn't really have many other options. He was either stop it with his buckler or take it to the face. He needs one of those to live a lot more than the other.
This is for accuracy, right?
Yeah.
Duh.
This
Yeah,
time it'll be the
accuracy.
plus. This time it'll be the +3 instead of the -1 because this guy is like right in front of you.
+3.
Yep.
Duh.
Okay.
9. That hits.
9, 9, 9, 9.
You are not the mighty 9.
Yeah, the Freebirds.
That is what you are.
Duh. Now. Now for the boom boom.
Yes.
2d6 plus 7.
Yes.
Tell us how you shoot them.
Boom,
All right.
boom, boom.
All right, so, Kayana, you see the swordsman who's looking very, very weak, and you're still kind of squished up against the tower wall a little bit, so your angle isn't the best, but you kind of level your gun at him, and he sees it pointing at him, and he, like, sort of shuffles off to one side at the last second as you pull the trigger, and so you do sort of, like, scrape it across his shoulder. The bullet sort of punches through and then out, but, like, he's still standing, and he only took a little bit of damage from that.
Oh my god.
Well, they're defending right now.
Yeah,
so
they are in a
like
defensive
half
stance, so
damage.
half damage from physical damage. But regardless, with that, it is now to Valmafra.
Ooh, I imagine you could probably just shoot over Kai.
Yeah, I was thinking that Rosa would do the same thing.
I couldn't. I had Fluffy kick. No.
Ah, I see. So you share the attacks.
Yes, Fluffy is Fluffy's one spot combat attack I can do is a combat action.
Ah.
Same with Jeremy's Firebird.
All right, well, what Valmafra is going to do is, instead of taking a shot right now, Valmafra is going to indicate the desire to enter into a teamwork attack on one of your guys' next turns.
Oh, that's handy.
So,
We do need to clear the way, because these two are like the annoying wall.
so the next time someone makes a melee attack against one of the swordsmen in front of you, Valmafra will chime in to assist if you welcome it.
Okay.
I'm sure Kanar would be welcoming the
Yeah,
help.
the idea being that if the teamwork attack is successful, then Valmafra will get to trigger the sneak attack job ability.
Ah, nice.
Cool.
So that will end Valmafra's turn as she simply gets into a better position to shoot at either target. Now it is to the enemies. These two swordsmen are no longer in their guard stance. That automatically ends.
Question.
Yes.
And have to deal with the wall.
Did anybody see what happened to the other archer?
Well, let's find out. Both of these two apparently saw that and like, what the fuck?
We have
And you-
no-go, you're all doomed.
And you two are next, unless you leave.
All right, so these two are...
Simple. Put your weapons down and walk away.
It's not your turn.
Happened.
It's not your turn. You don't get to make speeches right now. Well, recognizing that there is a severe problem here with this whole situation, one of these two is going to, the one who doesn't have a broken wrist specifically, is going to lunge for you, Kanara, and attempt the steal action
Me?
Use me.
on you. And he is going to attempt to pry your weapon from your hands.
You
Yeah,
really don't want to do that.
I tried
Alright.
to steal a fish and it didn't work.
All right. Well, to be fair, he's a thief. He has the full-on steal action, so he has a higher.
Oh,
Thievery?
he's a swordsman and a thief?
His primary job is thief.
Huh.
So
Don't worry, Andy, you're still best thief.
so you need to make an opposed finesse check against this guy's thievery skill. He already rolled.
And what is it? Let's see.
He rolled.
Oh.
I won't tell you the number until you're satisfied with your final number, but he rolled pretty well. I'll tell you that.
And what I'm rolling against it, force or something?
Finesse.
Finesse.
You're rolling your finesse.
Finesse. Alright. Well. Let's see how I do, and if I don't like it, I might have to put a destiny point to it. Let's see. Dice, don't fail me now.
If you lose your sword, it could always eat him. Like, Aeon crying.
Yeah, but trust me, he really doesn't want to pry the sword, regardless. It's very unwise. Right, first, what is my finesse? My finesse is... Oh. Okay.
Roll well.
Yeah, I'm just
1
gonna...
and 3. So 5, 6, 7. What's your finesse?
I'm putting a destiny to it, that's for sure. My finesse is only 2.
So 8, 9. That's a 9. How much destiny do you have?
5.
Okay.
I say warrior. He gets extra.
Good warriors.
Yeah. I'm doing this for the sake of Kanara, because, you know, wouldn't be in
Your
her
sword
character
is
just for
important.
allowing her weapon just to be taken like that.
So you have a 9 thus far. Roll another dice.
Yep.
Hope you roll more than a 1.
Does updating my sheet first. There we go. I now have 4 destiny. I shall put these over here, out the way, so
Yep.
we don't get up. Oh, 5 to that.
5.
14.
14.
14. Does that work?
That is just what you needed.
Jesus.
Yeah, the guy has a thievery skill of +5. Okay, so
Oh!
so he rolled really good. He rolled really good. So you just managed to avoid having your weapon taken. As this
I
guy
won't
sort of
lie,
like,
my hands were sweating.
yeah, this guy, his hands
bloody
flash
hell,
out, take hold of the hilt of your sword, and like sort of tries to rip it back. And as it is, just there's this brief little flicker in the back of your head, this vague memory of the last time you felt this sensation, and there's just this rush of frustration, and you just like bring the back of your fist across his jaw, and he staggers back. Doesn't take any damage from it, but he releases his hold on your sword. So he
I
takes a
thought he just moved it where it just went to cut his hand since it's got a little bit of the blade at the end.
Either way.
Either way works.
Now, as for the one who
Has
Took-
a broken wrist.
has the broken wrist, he is going to determine that now is not a good time to be ballsy. He is going to use his standard action to chug a potion,
Dick.
and then he is going to withdraw back here with his movement action.
Well, thanks for the opening.
And does the guy phase back in, or is the black mage going to do something?
Well, let's see here.
None of them still are in range to do anything.
And of course, the jump thing will go off as well.
We'll go off at the beginning of the next turn, as will the guy returning.
Yep.
Well, at the end of Aeon's next turn, isn't it? So he won't come back just yet.
Yeah. So it'll be
it
the end of our
Aeon's
turn,
next
pretty
turn?
much.
Stasis Strike says... Yeah, it's at the end of the Time Mage's next turn. So at the end of Aeon's next turn is when this guy will come poofing back.
So you're just gonna be like so fat because of all the jelly beans.
He's gonna,
Either that discard
Is this
my
like that?
life
Is this like
status.
that horrifying scene from the Nightmare on Elm Street where he's being forced to eat them?
Oh, good.
I mean, they're getting flung at him. I'm sure there's some that are gonna getting lodged in his mouth.
Yeah, as soon as he comes back, he's gonna have the confused status. So
Aeon's, what was it? Somebody he looks up to. His favorite celebrity is Willy Wonka.
Oh my god.
Be the one got a chocolate factory.
Willy Wonka.
Okay. All right, so the swordsman back with the black mage is going to give said black mage a potion as well.
Dick.
but that's about all they can do. The other archers are still holding. It is back to the party. Were there any slow actions in progress?
Yep. Jump.
Yes, so that goes off. Who are you targeting there, Cassandra? You basically have run of the whole damn arena.
So, here's the thing. The guy won't come back until the end of this round.
So you have to target.
Okay,
So you could do one of a few things. With jump, you could target anyone on this battlefield, any of the enemy tokens, or you could attempt to destroy some terrain anywhere you like, so long as you have a sufficiently high force check.
No. I know just where I want to land. Right. Yeah.
With the
Black mage.
With the black mage. All right.
Of course. That's a gamble, but it's her. Go for it.
All right. So Cassandra, accuracy check as you come down on this black mage.
Would the
Oh,
brute
thanks. I
be
feel so
alright?
much better for the health potion. Bleh.
So much for the measure. What the hell is that?
Ah, I'm
11.
rejuvenated.
11 will hit.
Oh,
Rejuvenated.
shit.
Fine. Why is there a shadow over me?
17.
17. All right. So after this guy gets done drinking his potion, he nods to his friend. Thanks. And then you land right behind him. What's up? What? He just spins around just in time for you to bring the blades of your lance up through his knee and up his thigh and sort of across his hip before it slices out, and there's just this spray of blood out into the water.
Ooh. I felt that.
So wait, I hit him in the knee again?
Oh, yeah, that's right. So you hit him in the knee a third time, and he's like, motherfucker! I'm gonna need crutches when this is done!
You know, this is hilarious. Like, he just said, like, oh, thanks, man. That's a good one. And because I just lands on him. Huh? Sup? Oh, not again!
Something like that.
Also, while she's,
I'm literally face palming right now.
while she's over there,
I dubbed the broken knee a lot.
Do not use my name in vain. I have warned you for this.
as she's over there, my breath attacks technically hit everything in a short range.
Oh, those two are gonna get
Does that
fried.
include the swordsman?
Technically, yes, but there is also the wall of stone between you. Because of the stony pillar, so... I'll say you can go ahead and roll me 1d6. On a 1 through 3, it only hits the black mage. On a 4 through 6, it will also hit the swordsman.
You can do it. Come on. Get a 4, 5, 6.
Nice. All right.
6!
Very nice. Okay. Go ahead and do your fire breath.
I shall do the fire. I still need to do a...
Bring the fire.
Okay, so yeah, I still need to do an accuracy check.
Yes. That'll hit both.
Damn it! Actually, no.
Deep breathing can't be critical hits, I'm pretty sure.
Okay. Well, Okay. So, fire, that is...
Your power
Power
plus
times
2d6,
F
and
my
it's
level.
magic armor fire damage, and attempts to inflict blind with a force roll.
17 to both of them.
17. All right. Give me just a second here. All right. And opposed force checks, please.
Yes. What is my force? My force is 4.
My force is amazing.
13.
All right. You get them both.
And they're both blinded.
Yep. All right, so after landing and after you land and you wreck this guy's leg, you then sort of Inhale deeply, the flames gather and swell up in your throat and your chest as these guys are preparing to try and fight back before you just unleash it in this blinding torrent of flame over both of them. The black mage in front of you is letting out this cry of pain and alarm as he's staggering back. The swordsman kind of catches him. Shit.
Is the black mage still alive?
Yeah, the potion did wonders to help him.
Damn.
It's
But the
Well, at least they're
blind.
both blinded.
all right. So
That's
okay.
my turn.
Yep,
Have
that
at
is
it, guys.
all right. All right. Who next?
So, you wanted a closer look at my sword, thief? But then you shall.
Going for
Oh,
the
boy.
thief.
All
Give me
right.
the teamwork attack.
All right.
With Amatra.
All right.
Yep.
All right. So she will
One
make
of
her.
one of the rolls needs to match.
She rolled a
Yeah.
5 and a 4.
Come on,
need
5 or 4. One
5
of
or
those
4.
two. It's a
5 and a 6.
We have a 5.
Nice. Okay, that is a hit. So you both roll your
That's
damage
16.
independently, and Valmafra's attack will deal an additional 2 damage steps.
Oh wait, 17 on that hex, you see. Holy shit.
So that's a teamwork attack.
What?
Roll that damage.
Ah, not as impressive. 14.
14.
Yeah.
All right. let's
Plus
see.
hers, which is going to be monstrous with an extra 2 damage steps.
I need my calculator. Hold on a second.
I do know one thing. I would prefer we had a bit more tier 2 weaponry, but I say we're doing pretty well so far.
Oh, yeah,
All
no problem
right.
getting-
So that after armor calculations, that comes out to 66 points of damage.
Ouch!
So
Is
yeah,
this guy alive?
no. So
No.
So, Kunara, what happens is, like, after this guy tried to take away your sword, you bring your weapon around, sort of bring it down onto his sword arm as he's trying to get into a position to block. Your blade cuts into his hand, his fingers go flying off the sword, clatters to the ground. He's like, shit! He turns to try and run, but you just reach out, grab him by the back of his shirt, and then hold him out arm's length towards Valmafra, and just an arrow hits him square between the eyes as he's squirming before he slumps, and you just let him drop. So he'll be right there and dead as a doornail.
And right in front of Rosa!
Yeah,
I
so
was just gonna say before that.
That's
I'd
what you
say-
get for being a filthy little thief, you little... Oh, Rosa.
Oh boy.
Sorry you have to see that.
She immediately just howls again.
There, it's fine, it's
Like,
fine.
patting her back. She's like,
There,
it's
there.
okay, it's okay.
Yeah, now Canard just went from murder mode to comfort mode.
okay, so you're spending the rest of your turn just trying to get Rosa to snap out of it. What's Rosa doing aside from hurling, or is that just your turn?
She's go.
It's alright, let it all out.
She haphazardly just kind of waves her hand, just sends a stop spell towards the other swordsman.
Okay, that'll go off
Slow
at the.
action.
All right, slow actions that'll go off at the start of your next turn.
I was gonna have a shoot, but she, just had a dead guy plopped in front of her.
Literally just had a guy got shot in the head right in front of her with Kunara holding him right practically in front of her.
After Kunara cut his fingers off.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Canard is just now in worry mode. It's like, oh.
Ah, shit.
Yeah, but you just see her
What did I
like
do?
she's leaning against a piece of rubble, hurling over, and she very briefly just waves a hand aside to see a bunch of vines start cascading through the ground towards the swordsman, and then she just ignores him. Goes back to throwing up.
Okay, Kayana, what are you doing?
I just see this guy just like comforting Rosa. She's like, it's okay, just watch you.
Okay.
Double comfort mode.
So do you just want to be doing that, or do you want to take any other action? Like, you could still move, you
Yeah,
could still
you can
shoot.
still shot, like comfort shot.
It's okay. Bang, bang. It's okay.
Okay,
Yeah, that's what I'm
okay.
imagining.
Hold that thought for a second.
Take a blue pill.
Help.
Yeah.
All right, carrying on.
Yeah. So we pretty much imagine what's gonna happen. He's comforting Rosa, but also shooting someone. It's okay.
It's okay. Bang, bang, bang. It's okay.
He's like, let it all out. It's okay.
Hey.
Okay.
It burns.
Okay, am I in range for that one, though? The one that's, like, near where Aeon is.
Let's see here. You are in range of this one here, yes.
Okay. Yeah, I just want to shoot things. I don't know if I want to do any of it right now. Because I had a frustrating day at work, I might as well.
Alright, I got you.
Take
Take
it
out
out
your
on these
frustrations.
Pop a cap in his ass.
Okay, where's my accuracy right now?
It's plus
This is
3
the
right
one-
now.
Pop
This
his
is the one with the
cocks in
broken
his
wrist,
smug
isn't it?
ass.
After this, I'm playing Fallout 4.
Alright.
Best stress release.
Nice.
Yeah, honey, like you play Killing Floor, but anyway.
This is
Which
the
I haven't
one with the
played that in
broken
ages
wrist, isn't it?
because it doesn't
Yeah,
want to work.
this
on
is
my
the one with the
PC.
broken wrist, yeah.
Okay.
Only being chased by raging
Do I need
vines.
to add anything or no?
So, it'll just be
just-
your accuracy. So the plus 3 for now, thanks to Kuna's thing. Let me double
Okay.
check.
2d6 plus 3, right?
Yep, you are just in range to avoid a accuracy penalty. So 2d6 plus 3.
10.
10 hits. Good. Go ahead and do me now 2d6 plus 7 for your damage.
Okay.
Congratulations, broken wrist guy. Your death's about to become vinyl.
Ah.
You're going vinyl,
Get
and
out.
not the musical variety.
Just Kai being calm when she kills somebody. Everyone's like, has she killed someone? No,
Maybe.
He's like, it's okay. Boom, it's okay. And then Rose is like, how?
It's okay.
Alright.
Rockabye bang.
Oh, that's
9.
oh.
That's minimum damage.
Oh well, still.
Damage
All right,
is damage.
So as you're sort of patting Rose on the back, you just sort of pull back for just a second, point your gun, and fire off a shot. But distracted as you are also trying to tend to Rosa, your aim isn't the best, and you only like sort of skim the guy's ankle as he's running, and he staggers a bit. All right, that just leaves Aeon.
Yeah.
You can do it.
You know, honey, it'd be hilarious if you like flew over there with Tyr right now, and just when the guy shows back up, you're just right there with him.
Sure.
Okay.
I don't remember where he was though.
He was
Over here.
over on the ledge.
If she uses both actions to sprint, then she can make it.
So, Mystic,
Da.
permission to hug for good luck.
Sure.
Okay. Aeon's a little far away to hug right now, but sure.
Spiritual hugs.
Spiritual.
I cast spiritual hugs at 7th level.
Yes.
Okay, so
Rosa
what is
could
it
use
over
that right
here?
now.
Yeah, over there.
I don't know why Rosa would do that for her. Just let it
Uh,
allow
All
her
right,
to
I'm
live.
gonna move you just a little over here.
That's fine, yeah. My thing's acting weird when I move
Yeah,
it for some
because
reason.
right there is right where the guy's gonna pop back up. Anyway,
Got it.
it is now to Valmafra, and for her, protect now wears off. So, the protective barriers around Valmafra fade. She lets out a little grunt and is going to try and do some dope high-level ranger shit and try to, like, jump up onto that wall and kick off to get past Kayana. And she rolled like shit.
Yeah, what was that about badass ranger vibes?
There can only be one.
You like that time you slipped on a ceiling tile?
So, but because she is
How's that
as high a
ocean
level
fever?
as she is, what will happen with Valmafra is she'll run over to the tower that Kayana is next to, jump up to kick off of it, but there's a bit of blood still on it from when she shot the swordsman, and her foot kind of slips on that and doesn't give her nearly as much forward momentum as she would like. but she does still sort of tuck into a roll that puts her just past Kyanna. And as she comes up, she is going to, well, she can't take any shots because she was already part of that teamwork attack, so her turn is done with that. So I'll just have her use what's left of her movement action to park herself there and let everyone through. And with that, that is the end of that, and that archer that Aeon shunted away
Returns.
comes just suddenly punches back into reality with just this, just like this, with like a few jelly beans and a few tufts of cotton candy blasting off of him, and he is looking around. Where am I? Why?
Hi.
So
Also, he has the confused status now.
that he does, which is tricky to find an appropriate thing for. I'm just gonna give him a symbol of a bomb.
A bomb.
Yeah, he has bomb now. So I need to real quickly refresh myself on exactly how confusion works. I know there's a D6 involved, but I need to know what each result means. Confused. Aeon, would you like the honors of rolling 1d6 to see what this guy does?
Sure. Just roll regular roll D.
1d6.
D6. Okay. 1d6.
6.
Really?
6. So, unfortunately, that means he has a brief moment of clarity and gets to act normally.
The one time I get a good roll and it's for the enemy, like, duh.
Okay,
Wow.
so
He like sees this like, where is it? Hi. Ah!
So he sees you, Aeon. He recognizes that you're the thing that did this to him, and he is going to. He's a bit too close to reliably use his bow, so he's gonna try and slap you.
Oh, wow.
Slap him. Just like.
and he hits. He got an 8 on his accuracy, so
Damage will be halved because it's still
I'm
physical
aware.
stuff.
I'm aware. So
And it only does with his power, which can't be much for an archer.
this will be reduced down to 6 damage thanks to your armor stat and the protect spell. So he just brings his hand around, sort of slaps across your face, and there's a little sting, but the blue barriers absorb the worst of it.
Ow! I said you didn't kill me, lad, and you hit me. Good move.
Yeah, these people are so rude.
All right, it is. All right, it is back to the party. Rosa. Well, first of all, everyone's protect now wears off. It's been 4
Yeah.
rounds.
Are none of the other enemies gonna do anything?
Oh right, I forgot. I still have to do that.
Honey.
Sorry.
Okay, you're right. No, I'm sorry. That was my bad. I forgot about them for a second because I was too eager to do the poor cotton candy bastard. All right, so the black mage in front of. So the black mage in front of you, Hades.
Hi. Well, they can't see me because they're blind.
You're right. He is not, however, silenced. So he is going to initiate a slow action to start casting a spell on you.
Okay.
The swordsman next to him can't get through him to get to you, and also can't see, so he's just going to assume a defensive stance for now. That's okay.
2 archers.
Indeed.
Yeah, they haven't done anything this whole time. But now
Indeed.
they're going
They
to.
both finally have a chance to shoot at someone, and both are going to try and shoot at you, Cassandra.
One will have a minus, the other won't.
And I still have protect.
Yeah, so let's do the one who won't have the penalty first.
I laugh if the world is bad. But I bet it's good.
It's a 13 to hit, so pretty sure that hits.
Yep.
All
Can I
right,
just
so
yell at Kai, like saying, like, the hug was supposed to be good luck for me, not the enemy?
all right, so that will become 9 damage before armor. So that is a total of 5 points of damage from the first archer as he shoots at you. Sort of scrapes off your shoulder pad. The second one suffers a -4 penalty on his accuracy.
Hey, I just watched this.
And that winds up becoming a total of 8 on his accuracy, so he also hits. And rolled absolutely terribly, so he only does 2 damage. He rolled a minimum damage. And another bolt goes scraping off your back plate. Now it's to the party. And everyone's,
My
no,
vines catch up to that swordsman.
right, yeah. So,
Question.
yes?
So, say, so again, Tiamat counts as a combat action if I use his fire breath, right?
Yes, to make him use fire breath would require you to use a standard action to issue the command.
So if I have him do his fire breath, I can't jump, right?
Let me double check the rulings on jump. Jump is a standard action, so unfortunately, no, you would not be able to jump and issue the command to Tyr to attack at the same time.
Well, this guy's confused, so I'm gonna let him have this.
Not confused enough, apparently.
Well,
Before anything else, the vines catch up to that swordsman from the slow action I did.
Indeed.
oh yeah.
So, real quickly, remind me of the MP cost of stop.
I've already taken off. It was 4.
All right. Spell check, so post finesse, please.
Yep. Right, that's 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
13. He fails. He is stopped. He will get a chance to break out of that at the start of each of his turns.
So the vines catch up to him, curl up his legs, up to his arms, and hold him there like a human statue.
He's like, shit! Alright. Okay. Were there any other slow actions in progress?
No. My turn.
Alright. What you doing there, Sandra?
You know, I'm a bit surrounded at the moment.
Indeed, and you're far away from the party.
Mage is casting.
I'm gonna have her jump.
Alright. Oh, also, just as a little thing, Aeon, you are aware of now that you're on that platform, you are aware of a tunnel at the back of it that heads inside. Just
Did Aeon just find the entrance?
I
There's
mean,
also a door over here.
I mean, the entrance is the sort of brown rectangle over here. That's the main door. But, like, the platform Aeon is on is an elevated position, clearly an archer's roost. And you'd have to be able to get to it somehow, so...
Alright.
So Aeon found a way in.
So yeah, Cassandra jump.
Okay, Cassandra jump. Meow. Who next?
Rosa, are you okay now?
Please, I can't get past you. Ow. It burns.
Move out of the way.
You see, I glance towards the swordsman, just, God, no.
Don't look at the swordsman and just stay focused.
Please,
Alright?
can
I'll
we
be
get out
right
of this
back.
hole? There's a dead person. Please let us move out of this hole.
He just basically checked on you and just ran straight to the other enemy.
Okay, you'd be fine.
A hit doesn't stop, does it?
No.
Diana,
No.
Fluffy, look after her.
What? What?
Alright, so his avoidance score is effectively 0 while he's stopped, but still roll an accuracy for me just to check for critical success or failure.
No problemo. Hits anyways.
Alright, give me damage.
Come on, higher than 2 twos,
I'm
please.
just like getting annoyed because she's like, "Why am I always the one that has to be left feeling?"
You signed up for that war as soon as you offered great advice.
I don't need a babysitter.
This is the
You
compliment.
just
this
see
time.
Kai just mumbling, just like, "I'm
Alright, what's your damage there?
Ridley, keep rolling these goddamn fours. God
I don't
damn it.
I don't know.
I don't know, honey. Why don't you ask?"
Threes
you
and
get for
ones,
saying she's a
twos and
babysitter.
twos.
Ask
Yep.
RN Jesus for advice.
Oh no.
It's a 4 plus what? For the accuracy.
10 damage.
Yeah.
That's damage, so it's 14 again.
14. Alright, that becomes a total of 12 after his armor. As you come in and you bring your blade around into, like, his side, He has a bit of armor on that keeps it from just dissecting him, but he's still standing as the blade bites indeed. He's sort of screaming through the vines that are sort of covering his person.
You're just lucky that my weapon has unfortunately become dull. You're being two halves right now.
Rosa, keen to get away from the corpse, is going to follow Kanara out.
You spot the mulched corpse back here.
Oh,
Oh,
gosh.
no.
Okay, not looking. You up there. This is your problem. And I'm going to shoot at the guy up here, which is kind of a -1. No. So
Shoot at the confused
I missed.
guy.
You missed.
You missed.
So just sort of distracted by the body you left behind or the body you just spotted, you try to shoot and it just kind of over his head.
yeah.
You're sort of
So I rolled a 1 and a 2. So in all, I was a 2.
2. So it scrapes off the wall back
She's
here.
just like face palming. She's like, I need a blindfold.
Deep breaths and focus.
Buffy is going to kind of jump down and be over here.
All right. Aeon, you're up.
Yee.
What
What does the Aeon do?
Like next time we're getting her a blindfold.
How is she supposed to shoot the enemy, though? She's
Use
not
her
Robin Hood yet.
senses.
But she's not Robin Hood yet.
Yet.
She's like, Kanara, you're training her to use her other senses if she sees a dead body.
It's gonna take a lot of work.
You're helping. I'm not the only animal here.
Exposure therapy. Exposure therapy.
Is this
Okay.
guy like how close, or like if you were to give me an estimate, like what this guy's health is, even? With
Oh, he hasn't
everything?
taken any damage. The first thing that happened to
Oh,
him
he
is
hasn't.
he got punted into another dimension. He is unharmed.
Okay.
You can fuck with them in the
I-
end and
okay.
try to do a check.
I have an idea. I don't know if it's gonna work though.
What is it?
Oh no, I gotta think. I gotta think how I can do this. Oh. Is he still how long is he confused for?
4 rounds. And taking damage gives him a 25% chance of breaking out of confusion.
Am I able to cast illusion to make it seem like there's another version of me and just make him punch himself? Like just get up in his face?
I mean, he already might punch himself by the fact that he's confused.
I'm not sure how that would work.
I don't know. It was an illusion, or is it just sounds I can make with illusion?
Let me double check what time magic illusion does. Time magic illusion. The character can create a realistic moving visual image that others can see. The spell does not make real solid objects, instead conjuring only magical figments and trickeries. They can move and make noise as long as the caster is within a short range of their illusion, and they vanish utterly if they ever go more than a medium range away. Illusion cannot create false textures or temperatures, and viewers are under no compulsion to believe the authenticity of what they see, no more than usual anyway. Illusion cannot be used to change someone's appearance flawlessly, nor can the spell's effects occupy more than several meters of space. Viewers can make a heroic awareness check to see through the effects of illusion, so you could maybe use illusion to make it harder for him to hit you if he tries to attack you again by like creating like a duplicate or two of you that he would have to choose between, but that would still take a slow action to cast.
Ah,
Unless you used your swift cast, but did you already? But
I already did it.
Yeah, I
that's
did
the
that.
Issue. Not really much else I can do besides that.
You also got
I-
Tyr, still.
I don't control tier.
Oh no.
Yeah,
but Tyr could do something.
at present, Tiamat functions basically just as a glorified flare for why Aeon has the flight status. Who do we lose?
Ari. Nope,
Using Ari.
Oh, dear. You good?
Everyone's here from what I can see.
Ari came
No,
back.
no,
Yeah,
Discord.
she came back.
All right. I mean, worst comes to worst, you could just punch the guy.
You do have a melee attack.
Bonkum.
You do have a weapon that would do damage based on your mind, as it's arcane. Guys?
I'm thinking. I'm thinking.
Okay. Everything just went really quiet, and I got concerned.
Yeah.
It's fine. We're just letting people think.
The Moogle is...
Can I use telekinesis and use his bow and just hit him in the head?
I mean,
I'd have to make a force check if I wanted to.
I mean, you could do that. It wouldn't.
I don't know. I don't think my staff is gonna be much. I don't know.
Or actually,
you
again...
would be surprised how much damage your melee attack can do.
Alright, yeah, we'll just do that.
I mean,
here's
here's the thing. Your weapon is arcane. That means it will deal damage based off of your mind stat. It will deal your mind plus 2d6. So that would be.
Oh, okay, yeah, then I'll do that.
Okay, you'll have to make an accuracy check.
Well, sorry again.
Yeah. So that'll be 2d6
Okay.
plus 2 for you. Plus 2 thanks to Kuna.
Okay, so 2d6 plus 2.
Yep.
This is basically just like sending a little zap from your wand at him.
And again, okay. In, out, in.
Internet problem.
Of course.
Yeah, the dice are not liking you.
Aeon, when it comes to fighting, is literally bad luck, and it's what's more funny to me is that's literally his character.
All right.
He is literally bad luck.
Okay, so that unfortunately just misses.
Of course.
So you sort of see this guy after he slapped you, and you just kind of like puff up, your fur just floofs out in indignation, and you let out this little, this is indignant puff, and you go to slap him back, and he just sort of like leans back, and your paw just sort of waves uselessly in his face, and you just kind of give him a gentle fanning.
Guy is confused and covered in cotton candy, and we can't hit him.
All right, and that just leaves Kayana, I believe. All right.
Ari?
You good?
That's a positive sign.
All the internet issues.
Alright, what are we doing? Before I freaking lose my mind, because I'm hating this freaking Wi-Fi.
You can shoot the sword guy again, and that's pretty much everybody who's in that range. Also, you gotta move out of that hole.
You had to switch to your phone, I take it?
Yeah, I'm using my phone. I had no choice because the freaking thing is being stupid.
Hmm.
I'm not gonna fight with it anymore. I'm just using my phone at this point.
All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot the swordsman again because I think guy's being frustrated at this point.
All right.
Take out your frustrations.
All right. 2d6 plus 3 for accuracy.
That's what I intended. Thank you. Stop making me frustrated. Okay, is it still plus 3 or?
2d6 plus 3, yes.
10.
10. That'll hit. 2d6 plus 7 for damage.
Can you just freaking just...
It occurs to me that basically none of you guys except Cassandra have taken any damage this entire fight.
Aeon got hit and I healed her.
Oh, right. That's the only time any of you have been hit this entire goddamn fight.
Let's say the rest of you haven't been hit yet. Aeon and I are the only ones that have actually taken any damage.
Eek.
Me and Cassandra take all the damage.
13.
We've been through it.
All right,
Yeah, we're
13.
just tougher than everybody else.
All right, so Kyanna, you turn to this guy who's still held in Rose's vines, and you fire off a shot that sort of gets him right in the chest. He looks like he's about ready to topple, or would be if he weren't under the effect of stop.
And that goes to Valmalthra.
Yep, so Valmafra is going...
Please finish him off, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, Valmafra is just going to come up behind this guy. Just kind of give him a pitying look. And then she's going to turn and deliver a roundhouse kick to him. So she hits, and the roundhouse kick hits him right in the back of the neck, and you just hear this... as she breaks his neck, and he is dead.
And that's another nightmare for Rosa to have.
Oh gosh, okay. Well, I'm not gonna do it.
It's okay. It's okay.
It's okay. It's repetitive.
Just deep
Rosa
breaths,
is all
please.
kinds of just like traumatized right now.
Right, and following that, Valmafra will just turn in to look ahead and sort of give a hand signal. All right, first layer's clear. Move up.
We're on our way.
All right, with that... Wait, hold on. Did we forget...
Enemies.
Did we forget Cassandra there?
No, she's jumping.
Right. Okay. Now it is back to the enemies. Let's do the confused
Black
guy
Knight.
first.
So yeah, the confused guy. On roll 1d6.
I don't want to do it, but I'm just saying I don't want to.
Don't worry,
This is
honey,
the
you
one. Watch, I'm gonna get another friggin' good roll. I swear to God.
One. Roll
got,
one.
1.
Three.
Half.
3. So,
What's 3 do?
3 wipes out the entire party.
no. On a 3 or 4, the character performs nonsensical actions. So he is going
Needs
to
cotton
so
candy that's
so,
stuck
so
on.
so after you kind of fanned his face with your previous attack roll, he's going to just blink at you a few times and then slowly tilt his head at you and go like, "Wait. My plushie? Mommy's plushie?" And that will be his turn.
Oh no! It's like my
Good.
squishy, but a plushie. Oh no!
Mine plushie.
Let's see here.
Also, that Black Mage's spell goes off, but there's nothing to hit.
Yeah, so he just wastes the MP for it. He's like, God damn it. And he's also still blind. I forgot to give these 2 timers for that, so that would be a 2 at this point.
They can't hit me. Nah, 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 nah.
So what they're going to do is they are going to, I guess, just hold position for now. Not really a whole lot else they can do. Just gonna go back and do it. Just gonna keep defending.
I love
And
how
the-
Dragoons basically just have a hit and run thing where
Yeah.
they jump, they land, they stab, they jump, they land, they stab.
And that's kind of their whole thing. The 2 archers are going to likewise enter a defensive stance because now they know to fear the skies. Speaking of the skies, it's party time. Cassandra, where would you like to land? I'm going to put your token right in the dead middle. Where do you want to go? Who's your target?
Who should I land on next, honey?
I don't want to
Finish.
mess you up.
You're not.
If finish off someone who's hurting
Just
aside with the archer or
Whoever's
black
closest
mage.
to you.
Actually, you know what? This Black Mage needs to be put out of his misery. And land and twirl
All right.
and stab. But I still need to roll the
Accuracy. Yep. +4 because of Kuna.
10.
Yep, that'll hit. Give me damage. Oh, nice.
21.
Yeah, so as you come back down on this black mage once again, who's just got done letting a fire splitter out of his hands, like, God damn it, she's gone. Come on, we need to. I'm back. Ah, shit. And you slice him across the chest. He staggers back once again into the arms of the swordsman who's sort of behind him. He's like right on death's door.
Hello
Finish
there.
him.
Alright. Well then, I shall finish things with fire.
Again? All right.
14.
14. Okay.
That hits both of them.
Yep. I'm not going to call that force check because they're still blind.
$18.
18. All right, so the black mage, still clutched in the arms of his buddy, is screaming and writhing as you unleash another torrent of flames on him on that bridge. Ooh. Before, after a second, he stops flailing his voice. And he just falls limp in his buddy's arms, and the sword in front of him is just shit, and just tosses the body off to the side into the water.
Yeah, the guy get burned as well.
Yeah, he took damage as well, but I haven't gotten to him quite yet.
And I'm gonna have her make a quick run over here, just to make it a little bit harder to hit her.
All right, that is Cassandra's go.
Rosa is moving up. Oh gosh, oh gosh, don't look. You up there, shut up. I'm just gonna let off another shot.
All right.
This one does not have a minus, thank God.
You're just barely in range for that one, yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 to hit.
9 hits. Roll damage. And I also need you to call a number between 1 to 4.
Well, 26 points of damage and 1 to 4. Please.
Yeah. Whichever number you call, if I roll that on a d4, then he'll snap out of confusion.
Trez, 3.
3. I rolled a 3. He's no longer confused.
Fuck me.
God damn it. The dice do not like us today.
There. So yeah, the arrow comes up and sort of hits him between the shoulder blades. He takes a step forward. Ah! What the fuck am I doing? Sort of, yeah.
And then sees the Moogle and the dragon.
Indeed. All right, that is Rosa's go. Who next?
No, it's still following Rosa, making sure she's alright. Probably
Alright.
park herself in front of Rosa, though, since there is an archer up there.
No, as Kanara starts going towards you, I'll be fine. There's a guy over there. Go help Cassandra.
From all the sparks and screaming, I think she's doing very well for herself.
Cassandra's just having a blast over here. It's just jump.
I'm starting to think giving you guys Valmafra was not necessary.
You know, I'm starting to see why you respect her as an idol.
She is awesome when you don't look at all the blood and guts and gore. Gosh.
Don't think about that. You're
Kanara,
doing fine.
please. Don't put the platitudes. It's really not helping.
Well, I can't help that right now. I'm going through the emotions.
So am I.
So am I. Okay, so Kunara, it would take both of your. It would take using your standard action for another movement to get there. So.
Oh, so
Because you were way back here, so let's see here. So from there, to get where you're standing would take just a little bit more. So you could get to next to Rosa, but not between her and her enemy.
well, this guy's dead.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you wanted to also fire a shot, you could park yourself there next to Rosa.
Oh, I still need to swap over to the bow, though.
Oh yeah, that's right. So never mind. Regardless, you're not going to get to make a shot.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna have a defensive stance.
Okay. So you're just guarding. All right. All right, Kayana, you're up. What?
Is that alright?
Ah, there you be.
And you're up.
Yes, it's your go.
Okay. Let's see. I'm just gonna move a little bit.
Okay.
Where do you move? Next to the Fluffy.
Okay.
It's to be fluffy.
All right. That'll basically take your full turn to get there because of the distance, unless you pull back just a little bit.
You can make it just below that.
Yeah, you can make it to about there and still have room to fire a shot at someone if you want.
Yeah, you still got that penalty on an archer.
Can I move a little bit or no?
What was
I mean,
that?
you can move another. If you want to just use your whole turn, you can move another medium range.
But it would leave you unable to fire off any shots.
Well, no one's really in range right now.
Mostly because I want to help Aeon mostly.
Okay, you could probably park yourself more like there then.
Yeah.
Alright, so that said, you would still have the accuracy penalty on shooting at that guy, but you can certainly try.
Okay.
Alright, this will be
minus 1.
2d6 minus 1.
2d6 minus 1.
Okay. Now. Okay, with the accuracy -1, right?
It would just be 2d6 minus 1 because of the distance.
Alright.
Yeah, you're far enough away that your bonus winds up becoming a penalty, so. Harder to shoot at things at range, so.
2d6 -1, right?
Yeah, 2d6 minus 1.
7.
That just
dead
hits.
on.
All right, 2d6 plus 7 for your damage, please.
Okay, 2d6 and dex, right?
2d6 plus 7, yes, your dex.
12.
12 damage, all right? So, it's not the best hit in the world, but damage is damage as you fire off a shot and it sort of punctures this guy, like, sort of cuts through his right side, right about where the midriff would be on a feminine form, and just sort of punches through his front. Ah! Damn it! All right, and Aeon, I believe you're last up.
Okay. I'm gonna try hitting this guy again.
Accuracy.
Go ahead, honey.
2d6 plus 2.
Oh, plus 2. Jeez, I don't know what I was doing there.
7. You just hit.
Hits.
Oh, for love of God.
2d6 plus 10, please.
And this is magic armor damage because it's magic.
Ooh.
Indeed. All right.
Not your plushie!
Yeah, so it's like as this guy's sort of snapping out of it, you're like, you scream that out and you just pimp slap this guy across the face, and there's this boom, sort of pulse of purple light as you smack him across the face and he goes staggering off to one side. With that, it is to Valmafra, who's going to move right there, and she is going to attempt to shoot that archer.
We're just bullying that archer, right?
Oh, yeah. Okay, so holy shit, with all considered, that winds up becoming a 17 accuracy roll. She rolled a 6 and a 4, which is 10. Her accuracy stat at base is... Wait, no, not 17. I was reading the number. But either way, it's still a big number is the point.
And the damage.
That becomes a total of 38. So he's dead.
Hey.
So another arrow comes up and hits this guy in the back of the skull, and he sort of goes sliding past you, Aeon, into that little corridor.
Aw. I was gonna hope and have Tyr use his fire breath on him, but oh well.
I can do it myself.
And then Valmafra just kind of gives you like a little two-finger salute as you look her way before she turns to get ready to start moving again. And with that, it is to the enemies.
So imagine all of them are going to be gunning for me.
Considering the fact that you're right there, yeah. So
Swordsman over there is still blind.
only for one more round, but yes. So as it is, he is going to drop his defensive stance.
Can he make it to me?
He can, yeah. Not quite. So he will move there and reassume his defensive stance.
Time.
Meanwhile, the
And
two
the
archers are both going to shoot at you again. And they will both suffer a
Both have a-
-4 penalty. So the first
And
one,
you
the
hit
one in the tower, misses.
Missed.
The second one, however, hits you dead on.
Uh-oh. Wasn't a crit, was it?
It was one short of a crit.
A quit?
Shut up. So that becomes a total of 13 damage. As an arrow sort of punctures you in the back of the thigh.
I could just imagine her just like seeing the first one from the tower and just like kind of does that quick little like cute little dodge and was like, missed.
Something like that, yeah.
Don't get cocky.
All right, it is to the party again. So since Cassandra's currently the one getting ganged up on, let's do Cassandra first.
Jump.
All right, Cassandra is going sky mode.
As you're doing that, you see Rosa running to the edge going, no. Oh, so much for heal.
I wouldn't stand right there. I was about to put out a bow and shoot at that guy.
That was I. Well, Fluffy is going to move up.
I see. Aeon and Tyr are flying, so they can just go straight across the water if they wanted to.
Indeed.
I'm kind of dealing with a bitch slapping jerk here.
He's dead.
He's dead, hon.
Valmafra
I
shot
know,
him.
But still, I know, but I'm triggered.
Oh, is Aeon going to perform a corpse mutilation?
Yes.
Oh no!
What have
Well-
I signed myself up for?
Before that, Rosa is going to do a shooty shoot, and she is within range.
All right, roll.
Those
The
are
guy
not-
is in
Make
it.
sure you're not in direct line of sight. of
You can
the
move.
arrow.
I've already moved.
Wait, is he
I
blind
can't
anymore?
move. If I move, I won't be able to shoot.
What was that, Hades?
Is he still blind?
Yes. He won't be blind anymore when his next turn starts, but he's blind right
Yeah.
now. That
No,
doesn't have
so-
any impact on his avoidance though, just his accuracy. And he is
That's
still
10 to hit.
10 hits. Your damage will be halved because he is in a defensive stance.
Fine. That's a
Mhm.
shit. So that's 11 damage in all, because I rolled minimum damage.
All right. Sort of scrapes a little off of his buckler a bit, but you can tell it's still like the impact sort of staggered him a bit. He takes a step.
Wait a minute.
Okay.
You are doing ×2 with your dex, right?
Yeah. So it's 20 plus 2d6. I rolled 2 ones. 22. Halved. 11.
Oh, okay.
All right. Let's see here. Who wants to go next?
I
Rosa-
rolled a 14 to hit.
Oh, you were shooting?
Yep.
All right.
Is that with the minus?
Yep, that hits. Roll damage.
Well, I wouldn't be able to do that because
Ah.
I swapped weapons.
Oh,
remember?
right. Never mind. Okay, yeah, you
Well,
be
so is that
That's
with
why I
the-
stood there and it's like, Rosa, do not stand in the way of the line.
Now that 14 was that with the?
Well, technically, even with the minus, that's probably still going to hit. So
Yeah.
Fair enough.
So yeah, 14 plus the minus, it still hits.
Okay,
Fair
yeah.
enough.
Damage. Dex plus 2d6.
Mm-hmm. Finally. Pretty high. Okay. I was saying that. How much dex have I have? Alright. So that is 17 damage.
17.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Halved down to 8 because of this guy's armor. Or not armor, because he's defending. You managed to, like, sort of puncture him in the foot. And he's like, ah, shit. All right. Aeon, what are you doing?
You're not actually.
Corpse mutilation.
I thought you were joking, but all right.
I am going to.
This reminds me of when freaking Alasaya like kicked the high snog room when it was dead.
Except this is probably going to be horrific.
Yes, this is Aeon we're talking
Good thing
about.
Rosa's
What
looking in the opposite
creativity.
direction.
I don't think you can really see what Aeon's doing up there. What
I
is he
was
doing
probably
there?
hear it.
What you doing, Aeon?
I'm thinking. I can't steal from his body, can I?
I mean, you technically can.
I mean, you can loot him if you want. It'll take your full turn to do it since you are in combat, but you can loot him if you want.
Bear in mind, we'll get the loot at the end of the combat anyway.
Yeah.
I'm either thinking of looting him or just dropping him into the water ledge over there.
We'd probably lose out on the loot, or would we?
Mm.
I mean,
Let's
you
see if this
don't-
guy's got anything on him.
So again, say dunk body into water. Do we not get the loot from it?
I mean, I pretty much already pre-calculated the loot for this entire dungeon, so...
Okay, so I just say go ahead, hon. Just toss him into the ocean.
I mean, I can steal the stuff, hon, and then we sell it for money. That's how we said that Aeon and Cassandra do it.
Oh, okay, there's an idea.
Yeah,
Like-
I'll loot them.
Like the regular loot is fine, but what about like stealing weapons or anything else from him?
I mean, sure, you could take a tier 1 bow off of him. Removing his tier 1 armor would be a time-consuming matter, because you'd have to pull off his pants and his shirt and undo a bunch of belt buckles. That'd be a multi-turn project, but...
Okay, he slapped a Moogle. He's got no dignity, really.
Oh, no, but it would still take a while is the point I was making.
What do we have left on the field? Let me see.
We got a swordsman and 2 archers.
I mean, either way, it's gonna still take me, I think, time to, get there anyway.
You can get over there this turn if you dashed.
True. Alright.
And we do probably want to be wrapping up this combat within the next hour.
Yes, sorry, yeah, true. Alright, I'm just gonna move. I need the measurement thing.
I mean,
You
Han,
can
you
move-
have tier, so you could just go clear across the water if you wanted to.
Yeah, but do I want to get hit, though? Because as soon as I go there, I'm sure this guy's not gonna be happy about it.
I mean, okay, actually, there's a question, Skidarma. She's technically flying with tier. Does she get the negative melee effect from having flight?
Well, I mean, Aeon just has flight in general thanks to levitate, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right, well, then in that case, as that ultimately boils down to, let me double check here. That means that Aeon would just get that -4, that buff against physical attacks anyway. Tier myth
Well,
or not.
we previously ruled that Aeon doesn't do that because that'd be broken, and
Fair,
Aeon's
right.
just kind of
Oh,
hovering
yeah,
there,
right.
but Aeon's currently on tier.
Okay, so while on tier myth, yes, Aeon would get that buff.
Mm-hmm.
So, Han, you could dash over there, and the swordsman probably wouldn't be able to hit you because that'd be like a -4 because you're flying.
And if you stayed over the water, he wouldn't be able to hit you anyway because he wouldn't be able to get close enough.
True.
Okay, sure. So I guess what about here then?
Something like that. Maybe a little further back, because, generally speaking, a rule, if the edges of your tokens touch, that's melee range.
Got it. All right,
So,
there you
so
go.
right about there. So Aeon, you kind of contemplate rifling through this guy's shit for a second, and then you're like, there'll be time for that later. So you then just sort of point a paw, and Tiermith gets the message and jumps off of the platform, swoops down, sort of skims over the water, his long snake-like body sort of slithering along it, parting the waves beneath him before with the big flap of his wings and an upward pulse of scattered water particles. You come up by the edge of this jutting shard of land a little up here where you last saw Cassandra jump, and assume a position there ready to move at the next opportunity. And now
It's Valmafra.
it's Valmafra. And Valmafra is going to just use her full turn to come all the way over there. Just a full sprint.
Cool. Enemies.
All right. It is now to the enemies. This guy is no longer blinded. Let's see here.
And he sees the Moogle on the Durgan.
So he does.
His reaction?
His reaction is going to snarl and bellow, "We're two in the open here! Withdraw inside!"
Oh, they're gonna try to run.
And he is going to use his full movement to go sprinting through that door.
That bitch. Is he out of combat then?
No, I mean, that depends on what happens. Let's see here. This archer that was by the barrels is going to vault over them, is going to park himself in front of that door, and is going to turn and take a shot at Aeon.
God damn it.
Let's see here. So he rolled an 8 to hit, which will hit Aeon.
Yeah, he's just in range. Damn it.
So that is 15 points of damage to Aeon. An arrow sort of comes sliding by, sort of. You try to catch it with your telekinesis, and you manage to slow it down enough that it doesn't have fatal impact, but it's still there's an arrow that sort of punctures you a bit in the chest before you pull the tip out and cast it off into the water.
No.
All right, and this other archer up on the tower is going to withdraw back into the interior through his own little tunnel.
God damn it.
So that just leaves only one enemy currently left on the field for the moment. And it is back to the party. So
Rosa is going to attempt to jump the gap.
Well, the first thing that happens is, Cassandra, your jump goes off. You land.
Oh, yeah.
Yee! You hurt my Moogle, you die.
All right, accuracy check. 9 hits. Roll damage. 18. Nice. So as you land in front of this guy, you come down and give your lance a little twirl and just sort of give a nasty little gash along his arm.
And just because, again, he hurt my Moogle.
Gonna spear him again?
No. Fire.
Ah.
14.
14 hits.
There's that. And also roll for blindness.
Indeed, he rolled an 11.
14.
So he is blinded.
With a jump attack, fire, and blindness.
If you see a bright light, walk towards it.
All right, now, with that, Rosa, you are attempting to jump at that gap.
Yeah, Rosa, seeing kind of really out of range of that guy, is like, crap, I'm going to try and jump over to get closer.
All right,
That's a big jump.
It's
right.
within the movement range.
It is. Make an athletics check.
Good roll. Good roll. That is an 11.
An 11. That'll do her. So you sort of take a few quick breaths, stretch your legs a bit, and then you just manage to jump across. So that will consume your full movement action.
Oh, good. Chapter 2, toss in the lake. Flash before my eyes.
Impressive jump, Rosa.
You say that took out my standard action or just movement?
Just your movement. You still have a standard.
Alright, then I'm going to take a shot at that guy. It's going to be a -1. That's a 9.
9 hits. Roll damage.
26 points of damage.
Nice. So, After you make that jump, you turn and you fire off a shot that zooms across right over Cassandra's shoulder and sort of punctures that guy in the chest, sort of right next to his shoulder, and he staggers back, sort of his back slams into the door.
How's he looking?
He's looking pretty rough. He's pretty hurt.
I have two options. Either I take a shot at him, or try to join up with Rosa. It will consume all my movement, and I will still need to pull an athletics check.
True.
Let the dog do.
But let's see what happens. Might as well. Come back, dice. I need you. Okay. Can now make it across the gap. He has a big one up. Let's see. Let's check my athletics first. Done it. Or in this case, dash it.
So 1 out of 5, so 6. What's your athletics?
Debating, which is it's a 3. I mean, what was Rosa's number?
11.
2 lesser.
You currently have a 9.
That is true.
The worst that happens if you fail this is you get a bit wet.
And would have to spend a while clambering back up because, like, these stones aren't, like, directly at water level. They're elevated above it a fair ways.
I'm the whiz. So, wall of dest. 11.
You were getting too liberal, those destiny.
All right, an
Either
extra.
or.
All right, 11. That'll do her. So you sort of have a long run up and you make the leap. Your heavy armor makes it so that you, for a second, you feel like you might come up short, but at the tips of your paws sort of touch down on the edge, and with a little forward lean, you dig the sort of bladed toes in, dig into the stone, and haul yourself forward right next to and behind Rosa. And that is your entire turn to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. Let's see here. Aeon,
Oh, we agreed to stick together.
Yee.
what you doing, Aeon? You could
So
get with it.
I
You
went
could.
up to him. Guys, sorry.
Yeah. What was that?
I was gonna say, if I go up to him, is that gonna waste both turns or enough?
You have just enough movement to get within a melee range, near as I can tell.
Okay, yeah, so I'll just do that. So I'll just move up to him. Go, it's here! And I'll
On
just
it.
do a melee attack.
All right, accuracy check, 2d6 plus 2. Nine.
Nine.
That hits.
It's a lot of
Yay!
nines.
Indeed.
Yeah,
6
plus
plus 10.
10.
Plus 10.
Yes, for your mind, 17. And that does magic armor damage, which is awesome.
Indeed. So, with Tiamat leading the way, sort of flying over, once again sort of dipping down for a second to seek cover by the wall of stone, you sort of skim over the water before you come up, arch over the stone right in front of this archer. You point your Mog wand at him. He looks up, and there's just this intense purple burst of static up between your wand and his face, and he staggers back a bit. And that just leaves Kayana.
The cat just kind of got left there a little bit.
Kinda, yeah.
I don't think she can make jump.
I mean, she would be able to try. The DC would be the same for her. She's covering the same distance.
But you saying she can't jump because she's small, hun? She can do it.
I did not say that.
You could also go to the shore and attempt to make the shot with the -1.
That's true. You could take the shot. You alright?
I just accidentally hit the microphone with the fidget toy I'm playing with.
Oh.
It's a binder clip on a shoelace.
What was a fidget spinner?
Yeah. It was a binder clip on a string.
Oh dear, where'd it go?
Harder.
Now
It sounded like it.
Yeah, now it's just a string with some metal bits on the end of it. The clip part went flying across my room.
It's like you introduced me. I need to leave.
Yep.
Boing.
That's fine. I repaired this idiot before. Just give me a second. I can fix it.
Go Kayana. Doot, doot, doot.
Go, Kayana. Go, go.
Oh my goodness.
Lord. I've heard enough from Dave, but that's fine.
So, will you jump? Will you make a jump, or will you shoot?
I'm gonna jump it.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh boy.
All right. I need an
This is
athletic.
gonna get very cramped here.
I need an athletics check from you, Kayana.
Oh god, do I even have any?
I don't know. Do you?
Oh no.
I imagine no.
Nope.
Oh
Oh no.
Flat 2d6, Kayana.
Oh no.
You're gonna need a good roll.
You might have to fish her out.
I'm praying to whatever god can hear me now.
Oh, I hear you. I can't guarantee to answer your prayers.
Let's see.
Pray to the crystal goddess.
That
Honey,
is
I'm praying to my freaking OC.
Here, I'll give you the hug back for
I mean,
good
how
luck.
old is that being? Has it not been around for a long time or
Oh
something?
no.
Wait, what?
I was just asking Tom a question. How old is that?
Hydaelyn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh god.
Hydaelyn is at least 15,000 years old. Yes.
Yeah.
All right, an 11.
I mean, it makes it. That's what we got.
Yeah? So Kayana, you see the big wolf woman and the spry cat woman manage to jump across this gap and sort of getting ready to go and take on this archer, and you just sort of, you feel this little surge of maybe, like, you know they didn't intend at all to be offensive. They're just trying to fight the fight and trying to focus on getting at the enemy to finish them off. But some small part of you and, like, your sort of upbringing sort of screams, this is an insult. You must prove that you're better. And so for just
no one needs to toss the dwarf.
And so for just a moment, you decide to indulge in that little voice just to prove that you can. So you roll up your sleeves, you sort of, like a pony about to charge, you scrape your foot along the ground, and then you break into a mad sprint. And at the last second, just before you reach the lip, you sort of plant both of your feet firmly on the edge of that ledge and kick off with all of your worth. And it should be remembered by all present that despite their small stature and diminutive size, the Tarufel are remarkably strong, not because of muscle mass, but muscle density. And as a result, despite her small size, Kayana kicks off very hard from the ground and sails across to sort of, like, kind of makes Rosa stagger forward a bit as she touches down because, like, she sort of bumps into the back of Rosa's legs. But nevertheless, Kayana makes the jump, though the distance involved does mean that it took her full turn to do that.
Ah, so glad you could join us.
She's like, ah. He was like panting a little bit from the running and then jumping.
Oh god.
You need a
She's
big
like having her. She's like has her hand up like where Kunara is. She's like, it's gonna be a minute.
All right,
time you need.
All right, so I believe that's everyone.
That goes to Valmatra now.
Yep, it's to Valmafra. She's just gonna
Sprint.
She's just gonna jump across.
I just love
He
the
doesn't
fact
have
that it's like,
She rolled high enough to make that jump, no problem. Which leaves her with 1.3 movement left, which she will use to get right here.
I love the fact that we rolled all 11s, the three of us.
Yeah, the DC for that was 10, by the way.
Oh, I'm so glad I did do that now.
Yeah, that would have been embarrassing. You would have been a wet dog. Anyway, now it is to the enemies.
So is this guy going to be smart and run, or is he going to be stupid and try to
He's
fight?
blind, so opening the door might be a problem.
Run, bitch, run!
He can feel along it, so what's going to happen here is this guy is going to sort of like, he's like feeling along the door for the door handle. He lifts up a boot and just kind of flare here, just kind of pushes it against Cassandra, not enough to hurt or cause any meaningful disruption to your stance or posture, but just enough to keep you at bay, long enough to grab the door handle and throw it open, which affords you a brief view of a tiny little sort of inner chamber that's like just a small little extra room, and you can see that there's a door on the other side that's already been closed.
Oh no. This poor guy.
And this guy is going to sort of quickly duck back through the door and slam it in your face.
Well then. How rude.
And with that, there are currently no enemies left on the map. So if you guys want to,
Considering that guy is right there, is Cassandra able just to open the door?
you could, but the guy's probably not just going to let you.
Yeah, and also it's pretty late. I think we better just call it there.
So I will do just a couple of last minute little things just to sort of wrap up things on my end. Nope, that isn't correct. I don't want to move an entire room, just something in it. All right, and we'll go ahead and say for purposes that as you're sort of getting ready to bust down this door and chase after the guy, you feel this sort of a vibration in the ground that vaguely reminds you all of a heavy piece of furniture moving along. And upon that note is where we'll call it.
Alright. Wasn't so sure in the end.
That being said, I will go ahead and do up the loot for this fight really quick. So, let's see here. There was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 enemies that you killed. And if I'm remembering correctly, the way that works is... Yep, so that'll be this.
You know, it's really lucky for Rosa that you had him retreat, because I was going to have Rosa kill him. At the end there.
Alright, so from those enemies, you get a total of 350 gil.
Money.
Any items?
Unfortunately, no, they used all their potions. So that brings the party's gil up to 882. And following that, and the momentary silence that follows the initial close of the conflict, your eyes sort of drift off towards where the naval battle is continuing, and it looks like the superior firepower of the Scorn Howler has overpowered the naval ship. The naval battle has come to a close, but they're far enough away that it's going to be a while before any backup comes. So, with that, we'll go ahead and pick it up next time. So
that's a lot of enemies you threw at us there. That took a while.
Yeah, it did take a little while. That's kind of why I gave you Valmafra. I was worried they might be a little much for you all to handle. But then you guys didn't get fucking hurt at all, so I clearly miscalculated. Well, I mean, barely hurt. Barely hurt is the point.
I mean, those two swordsmen who got absolutely messed up couldn't reach us because Fluffy was in the way.
Yeah, Fluffy kind of fucked... Yeah, Fluffy fucked up all my plans, so...
Best girl.
Best girl. Either way, so yeah.
Getting hurt doesn't matter, hon.
Yeah, whatever. Anyway, so...
Wow.
I'm sorry, that sounded heartless. I'm sorry. That was I
It's
did not mean
fine.
that to sound like that. Anyway, I'm just kind of wanting to wrap this up so we can go to bed. Anyway, because I'm getting hungry, I want lunch. So, thank you all, ladies and gentlemen, so much for joining us for this session of Final Fantasy Chronicles of Eno. The siege of this place will continue next time. That is the wrong thing. Until then, keep listening, people. Bye-bye.
Ta-da.
Bye.
Goodbye. I jump good.
You do jump good. Yeah, fuck.